Yes. Alright, so, does everybody actually remember where we are? Because I'm going to
We
recap anyway.
are. Yeah, go for it.
So, last session, you guys had just finished up fighting a horde of zombies. Um, upon your return to Messini, you met with Paralictor Pius Atratia of the Godclaw. He basically uh, thanked you for your service to the country. Uh, recovered the mounts that he had mentioned were for the shock troops, the shock cavalry specifically. Uh, you guys had a brief discussion with him where he mentioned religious extremists to the south that were likely uh, the cause of the gate breach, the enclosement breach. Uh, had a brief shopping trip in Messini, in the inn that you guys were going to stay in. Discovered that a Hell Knight had been following you, only to find out that it was Donovan. From that point, made a series of trips, very, pressing forward, basically as fast as you guys could travel. In Hingy, Sable noticed that the Bombard, this massive gun-adjacent weapon, had been covered. You can just see the tip of it over the embattlements, the walls. From there, you guys decided to push forward without sleeping in Hingy, only to find yourself at night without sufficient light source, not being able to start a big enough fire soon enough, realize that the nighttime traveling is a lot more dangerous due to the undead outbreak. Um, Getting out of there for the most part unscathed. None of you died. Headed to West Crown, paid some respects at the uh, altar of Desna. Donovan and Zeta spent the day at the spa, and I believe it was the rest of the party had went to the Church of Asmodeus, though had a brief interaction with Pam, Pam Tuh. But when you got to the Church of Asmodeus, Aubrey threw a whole bunch of gold down the toilet, getting some healing.
Hardly down the toilet. I was like dying.
A lot of gold due to some really bad heal checks.
Does it feel
240
better?
total, but Sable took 60 of it.
Yeah. Feel a lot better now. You feel like everything's a lot lighter, including your coin purse. But all things said and done, you guys had a nice day of reprieve. At the end of the day, when you all met back up, yeah, you actually went and got an actual good meal at Aubergio's, and then retired for the night. So, we're picking this up early in the morning. It's 10 a.m. Neth the 2nd. And you guys find yourselves, in the Salty Hook. Breakfast is ready as part of the the pay for staying here, the fee. Go ahead and move you guys over. The day is yours. Oh, Donovan, did you choose? What did you want to do?
1 second.
Sure.
Heads or tails?
We'll go heads.
All right, Don.
All right. So everybody wakes up. Uh, Donovan, you notice something strange when you wake up.
Of course I do.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Um, it doesn't occur to you early on. You wake up, you're kind of tired. You're going through your morning routine. When something out the corner of your eye kind of catches your awareness. On your shoulder, standing maybe 6 inches high, you see a familiar form. Dressed in regal purples, purple top hat. He's got a cane, well-dressed, well-trimmed facial hair. You see what appears to be a human man. Recognizable, though unnamed. He greets you with a good morning.
Don responds by standing up and cracking his knuckles. That's about it. He very obviously is going to kill this thing.
Well, there it stands on your shoulder.
Hang on, where is this happening?
In Donovan's room.
Okay, good, because I want to make sure.
So how far away is KFC?
It depends on what
Clears his
KFC's
throat.
morning's all about. Do you normally wake up in Don's room?
Oh my god, please say no.
Only sometimes.
Oh, how the turns of tables.
My, how the turntables.
But, Donovan asks as he's cracking his knuckles, so, before I snap your neck, you want to tell me what you're doing here?
He says, I'm here to offer countenance. You appear to have difficulty in making the correct decisions, so I am here to guide you.
Correct decisions. And tell me, what is the correct decisions that I should be making?
I'll tell you when the moment arises.
All right, well, this is the moment in my life where my life has officially jumped the shark. Guess I'll go consult the team on what to do with you before I
Sure.
decide to make any decisions myself.
So do you go through your normal morning routines with the workouts?
Yep.
All right. When you're doing like push-ups and such, he's still standing on your shoulder. So like, he's horizontal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you do all that. Does anybody else do anything with their morning? Sure, Zita's got to prepare spells.
Yeah, I'm preparing spells, and I'm also gonna. We didn't really have a whole lot planned for today, right? We were just gonna start to leave.
We were planning on doing the arena, then going to Danehold, but I don't really know if people are into the arena still.
I have someone to see about getting something made.
Were we seriously thinking about arena?
I know I was because of.
We went to the arena
spent a
last
lot
night, and it was too late, so I assumed we were coming back in the morning.
Well, if you guys want to do arena, let me go grab a quick flag, and then we can worry about figuring out a logo later.
Okay,
Trust me, you want this.
I do.
Can we put the Longacre symbol on it?
I don't know if that's the best decision. I was
So
thinking
I'm-
something more Asmodean.
I'm
Maybe
okay
just
with
like a sickle
not
ire.
doing arena, but what's our consensus here?
Chicken?
I'm cool with going flex at the arena. Could use a win after last night's shadow fight.
Sable says she wants to go shopping for something personal, but would be okay with doing the arena.
Okay, so it sounds like two people need to go shopping for stuff. So you guys are all in the main area, like the dining area of the inn. I assume Don and Zeta come down roughly at the same time. They're probably the last ones to come down.
Let's see. How are we all doing on money? Not rich. Not rich enough.
Pretty sure money was the reason we were considering the arena.
That's right. We're pretty broke.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, I want to see if I can find someone who can make flags or might have some flags.
Alright, so Killswitch is going to want to go and try to find a tailor of some sort.
Yeah.
Okay. Who else is doing what?
I could tag along with someone, but nothing planned.
Or we'll just have a walk while everyone prepares. Take in the sights of the city.
Sure. That's fine. Alright, so I guess, Killswitch, give me a diplomacy check. Just to see how you can ask around. Or a knowledge local, if you feel confident in that.
Diplo's the way to go.
Okay. So you, takes maybe an hour or so to find the place, to get directions to the place, and then like 30 minutes to actually get where you're going. But you find a little tailor shop. You know, elven woman kind of greets you as you walk in. There's a few other people meandering around, looking through clothes.
Okay. I'll walk in and say hello.
She greets you. Says, how can I help you today?
Well, yes. I'm looking for someone to maybe fashion up or see if anyone might have a flag available. Just kind of looking to start a thing, you know. Maybe something with a little chicken vibe to it.
Says, She ponders. I don't know if I have any chicken-related apparel.
Okay. Well, no problem. Do you maybe have at least any cloth that would fashion up a good flag, something? And I'll kind of size up with my arms, few feet by a few feet, just a nice little flag.
She says, sure. Should be able to do something of that sort.
Okay.
Do you have any idea of specific insignia, or did you just want a chicken?
Well, how are you with drawing people?
She says it's.
Well, drawing, not really drawing, but say embroidering.
She says if I see the people, it might be okay. It would take a lot of work.
Okay. So we'd have to like pose it for you?
She says, yeah, you'd have to probably pose the whole time.
KFC rubs his hands together deviously.
Oh no.
Okay, well, we'll come back with, for that. For now, just a standard, let's call it a green cloth. Ought to be fine.
Just a green cloth on a banner?
Yeah, basically, something I could tie off to a pole.
Sure. She goes over. She kind of she comes out of the. She has to go to the back. She comes out. She actually has a pole, just a wooden pole.
Already option everything for it.
robots.
Yeah, mega robots.
Yeah.
But-
Robots.
It's okay, guys. We have auto tune now.
Right? But she can
Hell
fashion
yeah.
a banner out of the pole and the cloth that she has. She'll let you know it'll be about 10 gold.
Okay. I'll thank her, give her the 10 gold, and say, "Don't worry, we'll be back for that mural."
You're asking for like a tapestry.
Look, I've got future plans, but I understand. You can only do so much. I might be able to see it in my head, but you haven't seen the other yet. Either way, I appreciate it.
She thanks you for your business and says goodbye.
All right. And that's basically all I need for. Well, I don't really need strength,
Okay.
so I don't think it's really worth getting a lesser resto.
Okay.
Considering he was not here last week, should we retroactively bring him to the church with the rest of us when we did that?
I mean, he went to the church. He just didn't get healed.
Because he wasn't here to do so.
Nah, because it was a Church of Asmodeus. Oh wait, no, it was KFC. I'm sorry. That has
Okay.
nothing to do with it.
Right?
The player was not here to make the decision.
Didn't he only take a few strength damage?
He got
If
4 strength.
I mean, if I had a chance, I probably would have cleared it.
Sure. What was it? 60 gold a cast?
Correct.
I'm pretty sure that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It's worth.
All right. Mark off 60 gold. Do a quick D4 here. Hopefully you have better luck than Aubrey. You did.
Good.
So did
got it.
Sable.
Yep,
I just got
okay.
one.
It's true. He won himself all the way up.
Oof.
No, Sable didn't
Oof.
even get healed. But yeah, I did.
Yeah, I thought so.
So, yeah, your strength damage not a problem. All right. So what's Sable going to do?
Alright. Sable wants to go and look for a stuffed animal.
Stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
She wants to find a stuffed animal of an orc.
A stuffed orc? You know,
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. That's gonna be tough.
There's a specialty shop somewhere, I'm sure.
Okay. I'm sure there is as well, but like, could you imagine if somebody's like, I'm gonna go look for a stuffed human? Can I get a stuffed
I mean,
human?
That's so
Action
general.
figure?
That's
Like, I'm sure
basically
there's
most
a bunch of
dolls.
stuffed humans.
Yeah, you're looking for like a Raggedy Ann, but green.
Pretty much. I'm looking for a
Alright.
stuffed humanoid thing that looks like an orc.
Sure. Same as kill switch. Take you about an hour to get the directions. You end up following like a small toy shop. It's a pretty nifty little toy shop. You can tell that a lot of the things in here might be magical. It's more upper crust. It's definitely on the island part of West Crown, the fancier bit.
Mm-hmm.
You see, lots of little toys that kids are playing with. When they're hugged, they'll say words, you know. But there's little ragdoll orcs.
I'll grab one of the ragdoll orcs and bring it up to the counter. Like, how much for this?
Simple enough, since it's about a gold. Doesn't do anything special. It's got like a little war axe. It's a little cloth axe sewn
She
into the
says
hand.
She'll take it.
Sure. Takes the gold. Waves as you leave.
Sable's gonna look around for the party and hug the orc, saying, "I name you Vicor." And then puts the doll in her bag. She wanted a stuffed animal of her dad's, and she's likely to never see him again.
Alright. So, Ogre, you were just kind of walking around.
Yeah.
Sure.
Checking out everything.
Give me, I don't know, perception, diplomacy, whatever you want to do, depending on if you're wanting to just walk around chit-chatting with
Go
people, or if you're just
perception.
looking for stuff.
Yeah, mostly just looking.
Okay.
I'm sure there's some pretty interesting architecture in West Crown.
Sure. It's not. I mean, you do see architecture stuff that's pretty cool. Uh, they definitely build their buildings here with higher standards in most places.
I mean, you say that, but last time we were here, there were lots of collapsed buildings.
Yeah, that's true. The newer buildings look to be of high standard. Let's put it that way. Older buildings are still garbage. But the one thing that stands out to you, well, two things that stand out to you, is that since you're kind of meandering about and not focused on anything in particular, uh, you notice the posters that are plastered all over the streets, basically, on the sides of buildings, alleyways, basically telling people that there's a curfew and that they should be very wary of travel at night. And the other thing is, you actually come across the streets are kind of loud in general at this time, just because of the heavy amount of foot traffic. There's a lot of people on the streets, like all kinds of different people. They all look like they're going about their way. They don't really pay much mind to each other, you know. But these moving groups of people that talk to each other, it gets uproarious. But you do hear a town crier at one point. Basically, like, if you're not familiar with what a town crier is, they just yell out the news.
Right.
Uh, and the town crier essentially is saying that extremists of quarantine uh, cause an undead outbreak.
Quarantine? Don't know that.
Yeah, Quarantine, you would already know, is the city southwest
Ah.
of Messini.
Cool. Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with that event.
Yeah, but the way the town crier is saying it is very matter of fact. Like, the headline is like, they did it. Who else is doing stuff?
I think that's it.
Alright, Leland, Don, what are you guys doing today?
Don's waiting for the group back at the inn with this.
I
Thing
imagine
on his
Leland's
shoulder.
still at the inn. He didn't go anywhere. Ebony's there with you.
Yeah. Don's gonna.
Zeta's also still at the inn, but I'm still up at my room.
Don's just sitting there like he's got Ebony on one shoulder, he's got this thing on the other shoulder, and he's just like,
Ebony swoops in on the shoulder. Like, she gets there later. She doesn't. When you wake up and do your workout, she can't be bothered. She's still asleep. Any attempt to wake her early is just met with grumbles. But eventually, when you start heading down, she'll get up. She hops right onto the shoulder, on your left shoulder, which is actually where the devil is. And the devil switches shoulders. It, like, dematerializes, rematerializes on the other shoulder.
she doesn't give a shit.
But assuming you go downstairs. What, did everyone
Yeah.
just leave Leland in a room by himself?
This seems like egregious misuse of responsibility.
Right.
Right?
So, should I just roll a D100 and see how south this went?
Look,
You
you
do
do
you.
you. I can't stop you from making this go south.
Okay.
82% south.
82% south.
No, high is good, so it's...
Okay.
He
Pretty
maybe
north.
broke a glass, but pretty normal.
So Don goes downstairs, sees Leland, sits next to him. Morning, Leland.
Leland, you see Don come downstairs, Ebony in tow, sits next to you and says good morning.
Morning, Dom.
Don looks at the little dude on his shoulder. So what do you make of this? And points to him.
I take. I can't see him.
Nope.
Think of what? Think of what?
It's a good looking shoulder, Don.
It's your shoulder.
Yeah, Ober, you're not there. You're out cavorting with people.
Donovan narrows his eyes at Leland. Alright, you're too stupid to tell a lie, so... Looks back at the little thing. What's your game?
He just silently stares with a stupid grin on his face.
I don't think I like this. How can I make you go away? Oh, no! No, I'm sorry, Leland. I didn't mean it. I don't think I like this. How do I make you go away?
So does Leland think that Don's talking to him, or is he thinking that he's
well,
trying to...
who else would Don be talking
Well,
to?
Don is seemingly talking to his shoulder. So he must have something against
Because he
having
doesn't
that
want to
arm.
look Leland in the eyes.
Yep, maybe that's it.
Don, don't you think it's a little too early to be drinking the giggle water?
Donovan pinches his brow. No, Leland, it's not that. I got a devil on my shoulder. And saying that out loud-
Ebony says, excuse me?
No, not you, Ebony. You're a good girl. It's the other shoulder. This one points to it. Guess you guys can't see it, so it really just makes me look like I'm
Leland
insane.
is gonna reach up and slap his shoulder like he's slapping a mosquito.
Which for Leland could break a shoulder.
Roll me damage.
Attack roll.
Right.
So
Here comes the natural 20.
let's see, 7 and 7.
You didn't need that shoulder.
That's the attack roll.
You do not hit.
Flat-footed?
Flat-footed?
No way you saw this coming.
You meet.
Through
And
the
it's
plate
a
armor.
D3 plus
Non-lethal.
8 non-lethal.
Yep.
Oof. Donovan kind of
It actually-
sinks to the ground.
Yeah, it displaces Ebony from the the other shoulder.
Does she seesaw up into the air?
Yeah, she seesaws up into the air and has to kind of float down to the table.
Did I get it?
Let me check.
Either you saw it when it happened, or you were too paralyzed by the idea of this giant tree limb coming down on you. But when his hand passes through the shoulder, or passes through the devil, it's like a hologram. No physical
you
contact.
didn't get it.
It has like a layer of
Raises
smoke.
his hand like
No,
he's
no,
gonna
no, 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 no.
be-
There is no need for that. You can't get rid of it. I'll just ask it what it wants. What the hell do you want?
He tells you calmly, I'm here for countenance. My employer has decided that you cannot be trusted alone.
Who is your employer?
Irrelevant.
No, it's kind of relevant considering you're interfering with my life at this point.
Temporary. This life is very temporary.
Donovan raises his other arm up and tries to grab the devil by the throat.
Your hand passes through. There's a where your hand passes. It seems like it's like you're trying to grip smoke. There's a purple smoke around the hand before it passes through and comes together.
Leela and Ebony can just see Don like grabbing the air above his shoulder repeatedly.
Yeah, so can a lot of the people in this inn.
Oh,
including
great! The
Archie.
Hell Knight is going insane. Donovan stops, realizing that he's making a spectacle of himself. I guess I just have to live with this for now. Ebony,
So-
do me a favor. If you ever actually see this thing, melt it on sight.
Oh no.
She's she seems excited by the prospect of melting anything. So do you guys just chill out at the end until everybody else shows back up?
Pretty much.
Okay. So wait, what was Zeta? Oh, Zeta's still in her room.
Ober, you're not there.
I mean, if I assume this is later.
Yeah.
Would- if
Later.
we back-
Later on, everybody ends up funneling in. Aubrey's probably the first to get back because he wasn't heading anywhere in particular. Followed by Killswitch and Sable, roughly at the same time, because they went about the same distance. Eventually, I'm assuming Zeta comes downstairs. She just resigned to chill
No.
in the room.
No, I'm sorry. I'm spending this time crafting the knife.
Okay, gotcha. So it's about noon. Everybody groups back up, save for Zeta, who's just chilling in her room. Killswitch.
GM.
When you get back to the inn, you see your party at the table. At a table, I should say. And it's the oddest thing. Donovan has a small man on his shoulder. Just enrobed in, like, these very fine, tiny, purple clothes with a little purple top hat, very well trimmed facial hair.
Looks like a tiny human.
Yeah, like a little human man. Just standing there on Donovan's shoulder. No one seems to be paying this thing any mind.
So like
All right.
Chimney Cricket, but with red skin,
Yeah.
horns.
No, it's human
And a purple suit.
and a purple suit. Jiminy Cricket, but human.
All right. Well, Francis will go sit down. Look at everyone. Look at Don. Look at the little man. Does he look at me?
He looks at you.
And look at everyone else. And then go order a drink.
Okay.
Okay. Just another day.
It's
Seems about right.
early today, guys. Francis will go take his drink, sit down, sip it. Got a flag, guys.
That's right. You guys see him come back with just a green flag. She's got this flag. It's just green.
It's a cool flag.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think you guys will like it. Just it kind of represents the party, which reminds me.
Little man says to Donovan, "We should put an Asmodeus symbol on that flag."
No, we should not put an Asmodeus symbol on that flag.
Francis sets down his drink and says, we should definitely put an Asmodeus symbol on that flag.
No!
What's your non-heretical friend's name?
No! Why is he the only one who can see him?
Maybe it's because Francis worships Asmodeus?
Wait,
I don't doubt you, Don, but
But he's already drinking the giggle water.
I'm not drinking any giggle water.
he's
No, Francis is drinking the giggle
Francis
water.
looks down into his drink. No, I saw it before I drank this. Also, what the hell's in this drink? You
Oh,
guys can't see it?
No,
So-
no one else can see it.
I was gonna make you roll a perception check, Francis, but when you look down at your drink, Ebony is in your drink. She's just
Why is
Like-
Ebony in his
like-
drink?
Head in
yeah,
cup.
just in there drinking
Just
the drink.
like a house cat drinking your water
Yeah,
the moment you turn
It's
away.
exactly
Wait,
that.
is it giggle water?
I imagine so. I imagine he
It's
ordered.
Oh,
giggle
no.
water.
Wait, Ebony, how old are you?
She eventually comes up from the drink and says, I don't know.
He's trying to get the Vigar voice going. It's just not working for him.
I
Okay, well,
can't do that.
is it okay for her to be drinking? I would look to Don.
Donovan narrow.
Donovan. I guess give me like a. I don't know. What kind of fucking check do you think this is gonna be?
Knowledge nature.
Local, I guess? It has to do with laws. You should know these laws by now, but should probably get you like a profession Hell Knight check going.
Donovan thinks for a moment and he says, "You know, honestly, I don't see why not. She's a dragon, so the laws that we have don't really apply to her.
Yeah.
Plus, she's not exactly a citizen of the place.
No legal drinking age on dragons.
There's really no legal drinking age on dragons."
Francis will raise his hand and wave down one of the bartenders and say, two more ales, please, and one smaller, very small ale.
You know, at the same
Shot
time,
glass size ale.
while I'm not saying that she can't drink, I really would prefer if she didn't. Don't think that sets a very good standard for the rest of her life and her development.
It comes out to like a
So,
silver piece for all that drink, by the way.
Okay.
The murder probably didn't set a good precedent for that either.
So,
I'm gonna offer the shot glass of ale to the little guy.
before we start drinking and all that, weren't we gonna mess with the arena?
Just straight to day drinking.
Kind of day drinking. Don
I
shrugs.
see we've all convened.
The person who sees the little man is completely sober. Everyone else is drunk.
I've got to justify it.
Don shrugs and says, "I don't really care what we do, as long as we can find a way to get this thing off my shoulder."
Have you
Hey,
tried hitting it?
Nice.
Leland already
Le-
tried that.
Leland raises his hand again.
Don't you dare!
His hand is still raised, but he's not moving.
Leland, put your hand back on the table, slowly. Don't break the table.
The qualifier of slowly.
He slowly lowers his hand to the table, still looking at Don's shoulder.
That's a good soldier.
That's a shoulder, not a soldier.
He's got a point, Don.
Don's nose starts to bleed.
Well, I think we're ready for the arena then.
Oh, God. It would have been fine if just Leland had said it. He knows Francis is smarter than he lets on. That's why it's so frustrating to him.
So is anybody gonna go get Zeta?
I'll go get her.
Sam will get her.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Zeta's gonna come down the stairs, and she is exuberant. She is waving around her star knife, which is it's glowing, but it's like an eerie kind of deep purple shade.
Smoke on the water. Sorry.
Zeta, your
Don't tempt me.
And
weapon's a little glowy.
yeah, and she she comes in and she's like, guys, look what I can do.
What are you doing?
You made your knife glowy.
Suppress
Yeah.
the vegetation?
Cool, right?
Yeah, that's pretty sweet, Zeta.
And she's
What's
gonna
it
kind
do?
of wave it around in front of her, and the purple glow will kind of trail a little bit, you know.
Like a cursor with the tail on.
Sure, like a cursor.
Francis will clap for Zeta.
Nobody as well. It's quite marvelous.
That's probably the
This-
coolest, well, second coolest thing I've seen all day.
Yeah, definitely at least.
Speaking of cool things, what's up with the flag?
Oh, that, yeah. So I was thinking we're gonna get something to just really represent us, you know, as
Like
a
a
team.
band banner.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. That way people see the flag, they see us, they have something to think about.
It's a
You
bander.
know? I was just yeah, just you guys, if you see it, just know I'm there. We got this. And I was thinking maybe Don, if you want to come help me look at some patterns later on.
Don shrugs. You just want to talk to the little guy on my shoulder, don't you?
He seems pretty cool. What is,
Also, Don, you should totally do it so he doesn't get a flag of Asmodeus.
Yeah, no, you make a good point.
The little man
Hold
turns to
on now.
Don and says, "No, we should get a flag to Asmodeus."
see?
Why do you want a flag to Asmodeus?
Why
Well,
wouldn't
because
you?
Francis worships Asmodeus.
That's fine, we don't. He says that quietly.
We don't.
Every devil-fearing man should worship Asmodeus.
I'm not a woman, but I'm wearing women's clothes.
Donovan.
Francis will take a sip.
Better not be wearing my underwear.
No.
Is Aubrey drinking the giggle water?
I think he is.
Don looks at Evany. Aren't you glad to be back?
I thought Francis was the one singing the pervert song.
Come on, guys. You were with me when I bought this. It's much
You
better than
bought
what I was
what?
wearing previously. The courtesan's outfit.
Oh my god, I forgot about these. Could have picked anything else, but sure.
So,
So what? Don and KFC are gonna go pose for a portrait.
Well, I thought we were doing arena first, then we can worry about that later.
Okay.
Now let's go work out all of our stress and problems and all that with the arena, and
But-
maybe Don, your shoulder buddy, will get knocked off in the struggle.
God, we can only hope so.
He seems nice. What's his name, by the way?
I have no idea, and I don't want to ask.
No,
Hey,
you
what's your
should
name,
give him
by
a
the way?
name.
All right, from henceforth, he looks at his shoulder. Your name shall be Shitstick.
The little man doesn't seem very phased.
I mean, do you have a name already?
Yes, Shitstick.
Not that one.
He turns to Kill Switch. Says, "You can refer to me as the gentleman."
Oh, that is so lame.
What's lame, Don?
Oh, he says his name is the gentleman.
Favorite
I
part
have
is
to
he has to
agree with Don.
explain all his fucking his reactions to everybody.
I mean, he seems pretty nice. I get it. Like, it makes sense.
Oh,
I'm going to agree
And
with
very
Don,
polite.
and I know that's something I've never usually been good at doing, but that is horribly lame. Invisible tiny man.
and cliche too, right?
What does he look like?
And Don explains the appearance of this creature with his fine clothes and his very well groomed facial hair and the top hat and everything.
quite frankly, he sounds like a gentleman.
He really is. He's been very polite so far.
And not
Yeah.
in the least heretical, which is a nice breath of fresh air for Kill Switch.
Exactly. It's nice to be in non-heretical company.
All right, Kerr, just please kill me.
Leland, hold on.
You know what? I just bought something today that probably looks cooler than he does, and I'm not even gonna show it, and it's still cooler.
Is
Well-
that what Aubrey's wearing?
You can't just tell us that you bought something cool and then not show us the cool thing that you bought.
Oh god.
It's in my gun, so I can't show you.
Are you? What are you trying to hide? Did you buy a bomb? Do you know how to work bombs?
Yes.
Give me a bluff check.
Oh, that's just what I was about to look up.
Yes.
That was my sense motive.
Wow! Even Leland.
Leland is going to quite loudly say in the bar, she doesn't know how to work bombs.
There's like 2 or 3 people that just leave. They don't even say anything.
Sable, you didn't buy a bomb.
Sable groans, sighs, and pulls out her stuffed orc.
Aw, it's adorable. You got a little stuffed orc. I guess you really are still a kid.
Not a kid.
What's its name, Sable?
I don't want to say. You'll laugh.
Yeah, you know, it looks kind of like your dad.
That's your dad?
Oh, isn't that the sweetest thing?
I mean, hold on, Donovan, don't... You have 2 levels, don't you, in Hell Knight?
Yeah.
You can just discern lies.
I'm not gonna use discern lies on Sable. I trust her.
You'd trust her a lot less if you started discerning lies on her.
That's just the sweetest thing, Sable.
Yeah, no,
You're a
nothing
good
to be
kid.
ashamed of, Sable.
Sable's gonna put the doll away and just. Let's just go to the arena.
I want to go kill something.
Right. Commit some
You
war
think they'll let
crimes
Ebony
against
join us this
bleeding
time?
types.
What was that, Don?
You think they'll let Ebony join us this time?
Maybe as a opponent.
Yeah, I'd really rather not do that.
Oh, that sounds like a fair fight.
Aubrey, why do you want Ebony dead so badly?
Because she wants to eat our friends.
Ebony, is there any truth to this statement?
She asks if you guys have any rotten friends.
Is she drunk?
No, but you remember that she eats rotted meats.
Fermented.
Fermented
See?
meats.
See,
We all have the
Aubrey?
potential to be rotten.
She doesn't want to eat any of our friends.
Yet. In which case, they won't notice by the time they're rotten.
I hate to say this, but I agree with Francis. Somewhere out there in the world, a mirror just cracked.
Aubrey?
No,
No,
Aubrey's
mine's
mirror.
fine.
Yeah,
They'll
check.
never be able to cast that spell.
A mirror cracked, a cup fell off of a table. Just small bad things started happening here and there.
Alright, so what's the plan? Everybody's heading to the arena?
Sure.
Okay. Doesn't take too long to get there from here. Find your way over. You guys see the same greasy gnome man standing behind that little table. He welcomes you. Asks if you guys are signing up as usual.
Oh, you know what they're here for.
He says, well, hate to tell you, if you're going to sign up, going to have to sign up a little bit out. The curfew's got our night games pushed back. Whole schedule's pushed back right now. Can't run any fights past sundown.
So do you have any matches today?
He kind of flips through some papers. Where is the dice I want? Dice. Fuck it, I'll have this one. Oh shit. Okay. He says, unfortunately, the next fight we have open is on Oath Day. Which is
Damn, that's a shame.
Perhaps we can. Aubrey will pull out some gold. Make a few changes to the schedule.
how much gold are you pulling out?
20 gold.
So
Aubrey, these people have already put their money down. That's not fair to them.
so less than the
Entry fee.
entry. Yeah.
Perhaps some of these
Lincolns. Well,
are being forced to fight. Maybe they could do that on Oath Day, and we could take their place today.
Oh. Tony pontificates for a little bit. So to be clear, you're asking to take the place of the side of the fight that's not normally signed up for the fight.
Precisely.
He says, well, that could be arranged. Give
I
me
don't like this idea.
Give me a diplomacy check. Aubrey.
You know, Aubrey's good with these diplomacies.
Let's hope so. We gotta see how well you can sell him on this idea.
I'm using
Well, no.
KFC's book. It's not really an advantage.
Do you want a KFC to step in and have a few words?
I mean, you can
I got this.
aid other.
I can at least aid.
And I believe aiding works differently.
Nice.
So yeah, you get pretty up there. He says it might be possible. We'd have to draw up the paperwork a little differently. We'd also have to confer with the other contestants in order to see which of them would be willing to take up such a engagement.
Do what you must. We're simply looking to have a little fun.
Wait. Aubrey, if it's just fun you're after, I have an idea. I mean,
Go on.
we're on our way to Danehold anyway, right? We know a few people there that are actually pretty strong. Fury's pretty tough. Tybee's pretty tough. Tybee's got a bunch of boys he's been training with. They're probably pretty tough at this point. Why don't we see if we can round them up and have a big old scrimmage between us?
Be like the good old days.
As much as I do love paperwork, I suppose that would expedite things a bit.
That way, we don't have to worry about killing some people in the arena who are honestly just here for the same reasons as we are, and we get to see how far we've come in the process. Plus, we don't know how long it's going to be before we come back to Cheliax. We might never see these guys again. They've done a lot of good for us. Might be good to say goodbye.
With an ass weapon?
Yeah, with an ass whooping.
Why not? If you're
Besides,
game, I'm game.
who doesn't want to see Leland take on Tybee?
They are kind of one and the same.
Anyone else think that's a fine idea, or would y'all rather try the arena?
My magic's... Well, I could not use my magic.
Yeah, ain't you got salt rounds?
Well, I can do other things, it's just... I've never really thought of doing them. Yeah, let's go after... Let's go... see Tybee.
My dear gentlemen, I formally rescind my suggestion.
Holy
says-
shit, did I just have a good idea for once?
He says, no harm, no foul. We're overbooked anyway.
Guys, look! I came up with an idea that didn't get people's lives ruined.
You can see
far as
Francis
we
is
know,
making
yeah.
a note down in his
Not yet.
journal.
Making a note.
What is Francis writing over there?
Don
The
had
date.
a good idea
Yeah.
today.
The hypocrisy!
So
I
it's
believe
still
he's starting to see the side of Asmodeus.
No!
so. Is that the plan? You guys are gonna saddle up, get your danger cart, and head over to
Sounds good.
Alright.
Return!
So nothing else in West Crown.
Rip danger cart. We knew ye.
As they're leaving the city, Don's gonna ask Zeta about something he's never really brought up before. Especially awkward considering he has a literal devil on his shoulder. He's gonna ask her about religion.
It's a trap, Zeta.
Specifically, how does one pray?
He's gonna talk about politics next.
About religion? Just how does one pray?
Yeah, I mean, I do these workouts every day when I wake up. And I started this shit because, one day I was reading one of the books that we had in the village and, came across an article on Kyrgyz. Was like, hey, that guy's pretty cool. Decided to do the shit that he does. But I never really felt like any connection or anything. I was just wondering if I'm doing it wrong or something.
Probably means you're just a little more headstrong than most people.
I don't. Have you tried talking to Kyrgyz?
Or maybe, have you ever tried sacrificing anything? Works really well.
I think Aubrey might be more right on this one. I mean, Kyrgyz isn't exactly the kind of deity from what I've read that likes the whole sacrificing thing. He's more like the kind of guy that likes people who can fend for themselves and, want to surpass their own limits any way they can.
Yeah, but have you tried?
How about we all pray to Kyrgyz before this fight? we're
Whoa.
heading to?
Whoa,
Francis-
okay, hold on now.
Francis, I appreciate the advice, really. And I mean no disrespect to your faith towards Asmodeus. I think it's very commendable that you're so dedicated. But some of us would like to find our faith in other places, and, well, Kyrgyz gives me strength, or I feel like the idea of Kyrgyz gives me strength. And that's something that could benefit me as a Hell Knight.
The little devil man, or the little devil, quote unquote, that's on Don's shoulder says, what's he done for you lately?
Oh, what's Kyrgyz done for me lately? Ain't nothing really. Just more been an inspiration to me. The idea
He's
of-
kind of stopped you mid-sentence, and he looks to Kill Switch and says, what's our Dark Lord done for you lately?
So, Francis, already nodding in approval, says, okay, so, he's helped me with my charisma. Like, I feel better. I feel like my skin is brighter. I just feel healthier. Not to mention that time, like how I can turn invisible.
Talking
Frank-
about Asmodeus?
Oh
Yep.
yeah, he's really nice. You should really get to
Really?
know him.
Yeah, as it
Quite
stands
frankly, a very generous guy.
currently,
Very generous.
Kill Switch can turn invisible and cast Hold Person. Just because.
right?
Also Aubrey, right?
Yeah,
Super
Aubrey can
generous
also
with his
cast
magic.
Hold Person.
Look, I got nothing against Asmodeus, okay? From what I've seen in the interactions that you've had, so long as you abide by the contracts, he's a pretty cool guy. It's just his tenets don't really fall in line with what I believe in.
Have you tried changing what you believe in?
I mean,
I like that response.
I can't even be mad. It's like talking to my parents.
So Kill Switch,
Don looks at
Don,
Ebony,
and
looks at Zeta. You see, I'm trying here. I'm trying. You guys see that, right?
Hey guys, this is great and all, but we should probably get going to see Tybee before it gets to be too late and he's in bed.
Oh, I just thought we
yeah,
were
this
talking and
is.
walking.
I imagine this was happening on the way.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
Horse
also
talk.
been like 5 minutes, maybe.
yeah. So you're gonna talk to Zeta about religion?
Well,
Yeah, pretty
apparently
much.
everybody else is pitching their ideas about religion too.
And Zeta can't even see half this conversation. Just Donovan and Killswitch in a third party that no one else can see. It's great.
It is important to note, though, that Don is not lashing out on Killswitch anymore.
That's a start. That's a start. But the day is still young.
what has Asmodeus done for you? Well, he's helped my charisma. I can go invisible, but can you dodge? What?
I mean, invisible.
Can you dodge?
Invisible.
So
Trust me, I'm worth more to you alive now.
I wouldn't kill you. Your reign of terror hasn't even begun yet.
Just like Asmodeus, I am also generous with my abilities. I wish to share them with you, Don.
I'll be right back, guys.
sure.
So I guess I'll tell Don about prayers. If everybody else is done talking about prayers.
Yes, yeah.
Kills me. It's basically like a little devil of. It's a little fucking parrot devil of Kill Switch. Kill Switch is like,
Best
be
NPC
evil.
in the
Little
whole
devil's
game.
like, be evil. Quack.
Fantastic.
Right?
Most useful NPC in the whole game.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm back.
Alright, so Zeta says she's gonna tell you about prayers.
Okay.
I'm just gonna talk to him about how Zeta just talks to Desna a lot. She dedicates their journey to Desna, which is very similar to his workouts. And she dedicates new experiences that she has to Desna. But for praying, she explains that she really just talks to Desna, and she asks that Desna help all of you guys find your paths.
Quick, off track real quick. Are those fucking deer in someone's yard?
Probably.
Where? It's in the big house in the top center. It's to the south of that house. There's just two giant fucking white things.
Yeah, wasn't that the
Yeah.
guardhouse?
We talked about that once.
Let's talk about that.
Good mythical morning.
Yeah, right? So, if you guys wanted to keep going on with the prayer thing, that's fine. I'm just getting the maps ready.
Most prayers just talking, right, Zeta?
I would assume so. I mean, Killswitch probably has a very different idea, but
Well, there's a
Desna
difference.
isn't really all about the sacrifice thing.
There's a difference between praying and performing ritual to the deity. Even Killswitch prays to the altar in a similar fashion to how you talk to Desna.
Yeah, I just stepped up my praying game.
You certainly can be.
It's next level. You should really try it someday.
So maybe start by talking to yourself, Don. And if you mean it, I'm sure Kyrgyz will listen.
Well, he wouldn't be talking to himself.
It's a way to start, though, to get yourself accustomed to the whole ritual of prayer.
It's
It's
what
not-
is prayer but
There's
meditation?
not a ritual to it. You're just talking to them.
All right. There's
Oh.
too many.
Like how he was talking to the little invisible man on his shoulder.
What
Kinda.
invisible man?
The one,
Oh, I have a literal devil on my shoulder now. Apparently, Zeta.
man,
Why?
the gentleman.
Why would you do that?
I didn't
As a-
ask for this.
Gentleman on his shoulder, just
All Hell Knights get one.
That doesn't sound right at all.
It really isn't. Just because we abide by the law, it doesn't mean that we all worship Asmodeus and lick his boots, Aubrey. Pretty sure we've got some Iomade worshippers in the Hell Knights.
Of course, but I was just talking about the devil.
By the way, Francis, how's that make you feel? The idea of Iomade worshippers in the Hell Knights.
I mean, they're non-heretical, right?
Oh, they're very heretical.
Kind of.
It's just they're heretical for the sake of
Look
protecting the
over
law.
to the gentleman.
It doesn't sound like they're heretical.
The gentleman just mouths absolutely heretical.
You can see Francis like furrow his brow. He was like, yeah, sounds pretty heretical.
So
there has
what?
to be
I'm,
honor within the Hell Knights, otherwise it would
Mm.
fall apart.
so
Yeah, I
what?
hear
I'm
she's not
heretical.
even a true god.
The little man gives you a little pat, like on the neck. Though you don't feel it. He says, "Yeah, you're a heretic, but we're working on it." So eventually, I'm assuming you guys are heading over to Gil's estate.
Aren't we still on the road to Danehold?
Sure. I mean, it's gonna take a little while, but
But yeah,
it would take
I guess so.
a number of hours.
Fast travel.
Yeah, it's fast travel. I'm not gonna literally wait fucking 8 hours. If only
In
you
the old
guys,
days, you might have.
if only you guys had a faster way of traveling.
It's fast
Were we
travel
not
nowadays.
using the horse and cart? I
Yeah,
thought
You're
that's
using the
what
horse
we
and
were
cart. That doesn't make you very fast. In fact, the only person that's helping speed along is fucking Leland.
Pretty sure we're just like at a slow gallop talking anyway.
Gallop.
Gallop,
No.
cart,
Try.
Trot. No.
canter.
No. So, eventually, you guys do get there. It is getting late. The sun is setting, if not fully set at this point, since it is later in the year. Uh, in the center of town, further up ahead, before you actually get to town, because Gil's house is on this end of town. You don't get to the town proper. You can see a big fire, sort of in the center of town, much akin to the bonfires that are on the main intersections in West Crown at night.
Remind me, did we bring firewood with us after the last time?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys
Yep.
gathered a bunch of
Filled up.
firewood.
Put some in
It's
the
in
cart.
the cart.
Maybe
Yeah.
chopped up the tree I brought.
Yeah.
Set
I
down.
handled that.
He handled it. So, you guys approach Gil's estate. There are lights coming from inside in the main foyer. You can see movement, shadows being cast.
Cool. We did not see Fury on the road?
No.
Okay. Guess Don will knock on the door.
Sure. A moment passes before the door opens. Dun 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 dun. Reveal.
Ominous music.
So ominous.
Gil's dead.
Bum, bum, bum. No, one of the reformed bandits opens the door. Kind of greets you. When he opens the door wide enough, you can see that there's quite a few people in this main foyer. Gil sees you, greets you. It seems like you kind of caught them preparing themselves for some sort of event here.
Did you miss us?
Gil approaches, says, "Oh, welcome, welcome. Was not expecting any guests, but this is all fine. We're more than welcoming." Tybee, of course, extremely excited, comes trotting up, much more affectionately.
Look at his big stupid Minotaur face.
One thing to notice about Tybee is that he seems to have gotten some upgrades. He is currently wearing breastplate, so he's actually got what is essentially the breast piece of a full plate, and then chainmail everywhere else. Gale is actually in a chain shirt at the moment as well, who normally
Have you guys run into problems?
Tybee still very excited, trying to greet everybody and talk to everybody. Uh, Gil says, "Oh no, this is uh, more of playtime for Tybee.
Oh,
He typically plays with the others many times throughout the day. I'm very busy, so I don't get to partake as often, but
well,
in the evenings I will participate."
Don here had an idea regarding Tybee's playtime.
He kind of looks at Don inquisitively.
Well, see, we might be leaving Cheliax for a hot minute after a few days, so figured
You
it'd be
mean
nice to
potentially forever.
yeah, potentially forever. And well, honestly, I personally have come to like you guys a lot and kind of wanted to say goodbye in a way and also get a chance to see how much Tybee's grown. So, I kind of had this idea of our team and these guys over here, and he indicates the bandits and Tybee, having us a little scrimmage together. Non-lethal, of course, just a good old roughhouse. So we could see how far we've come and see how far Tybee's come.
Gil kind of
So
looks
could
to
we-
the others and says, "And what do you all think of this?" There's some mixed reactions. Some of them uh, seem fairly accepted. It ranges from fairly accepting to thank God we're not about to fight Tybee again.
I mean, look at these guys. And Don looks at one of the bandits. You guys look like completely different people at this point. How many times has he wailed on y'all?
Uh,
Oh.
Gil says they they usually get in a good scrimmage a day. The many of our youths switch out throughout the day in different shifts to practice with Tybee.
Jesus Christ. Well,
It's best to let Tybee work out his physical energy so that he can focus on his studies at night.
well, I was thinking we could try and get Furia involved in this too. You know, Tybee, Furia, and some of your boys against us. See how that went. Though
He-
I doubt she'd agree to that.
Why don't we just work with what we have, Don?
Yeah, a guy can dream.
I mean, you never know. Maybe we'll find her later. Get a little.
Hey, I just wanted to beat on her, that's all. But I mean, time's a wasting, so.
Sable
know-
starts
we know, Don.
laughing.
They he kind of beckons you all in, and uh, the rest of them kind of gather up in like a little semicircle. Um, he says, "Surely, any of you who would like to participate, you're more than welcome." You would notice at this point, Gil has a sap, but it's not the right size for him, so he has to two-hand this sap. He does not look. This is not his natural environment. Like,
Gil, you sure you want to get in on this? We play pretty rough.
he says, "Oh no, it's perfectly fine. Uh, it's an excuse at the very least for me to have some bonding time with Tybee."
Should I go get like a piece of firewood or something
That might...
Leland,
instead of the sword?
yes, Leland, you should do that.
Wait,
And-
hold on. Actually, they might have you covered in here. Tybee's about your size. Hey, Gil, you got any practice weapons Leland size?
He kind of has a moment with Tybee. Tybee skitters off.
Skitters. Chomp.
Yeah. Maybe 2-3 minutes at most. He comes storming back in. He runs over to Leland, and you've noticed that Tybee already has a wooden sword that he uses, and he gives Leland this other wooden sword. It's obviously well used. You could tell it's probably been snapped in half a few times, but has been mended.
Sable is going to approach Gil and show him her gun. Say, "Don't worry, I'm only shooting at people. No one will be shot with this."
I don't think I understand.
I'm going to use this as practice as well, to practice disarming people, disabling people, not killing people.
He's cautious, but he
If
trusts
you'd
you.
rather me sit out, though, I can completely understand. I'm, well... Oh, no, I'm not going to be using my assault rounds. I'm not going to be shooting at people whatsoever.
Okay. Well, who all else is jumping in on this?
So since I wasn't here, uh, what's Zeta's relationship to Gil so far?
You didn't really interact with him because you were gone that session. But Zeta had met him once before. It was that time that you guys showed up when Gil had a guest.
Oh, right.
Oh,
We didn't really
right.
interact with him all that much.
Hmm.
Wasn't that someone from the academy?
It was.
The same academy that we just stole from one of the students of?
Yep.
Oops.
It was a Yersi. She was here to check in on Gil, as well as deliver the grant. So I don't know how much interaction you would have. I couldn't control Zeta at that time, but I could
Yeah, I'm
control her. But
assuming not a whole lot.
yeah,
Zeta doesn't really have any interest in fighting Tybee. Like, not really.
okay.
I don't know. She doesn't. There's not really a lot she could contribute to that, and she'll just get beat.
So is Ober getting in on it?
For sure.
You want to position yourself in the house?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But Zeta will use this opportunity, I guess, to meet Gil, and
Gil's fighting.
Gil's fighting.
Yeah, Gil's getting in
oh,
it.
Gil's fighting.
Yeah.
He's
Best way to meet
two-handing an
someone.
oversized sap.
He's
Yeah.
a pretty slippery guy.
I don't want to hurt these people.
And just trip him.
Fireball.
Yeah, literally Sable
I mean-
and
I would point out that initially we had decided we were doing the arena, and I don't get to choose spells like that.
Oh, shit.
What about
We didn't
your
get to do the arena, though.
What about your cute little?
We
knife?
have the killing things spells, not the
Yeah, I have a lot of killing things spells. A lot of killing things. All right, okay, I'll participate. Well, we can do this.
Sure.
3
All I
dead
do is
bandits
kill-
later. Get out of our town!
Right.
Oh, hey, we were just here to spar. Oops, Gil's dead.
Yep.
Something to remember us by.
Right.
Right.
Other than the pederasty.
All right, Francis, you gonna play us some sick tunes?
Oh, I got. Trust me, I got a choice song for you. And Frank's gonna grab the banner and kind of brandish it with one hand.
Oh, you really went banner bearer or whatever? I was wondering.
So, Gil says, "Well, we're gonna do things in a way that is a little more interesting. Pick your king."
Pick your what?
He tells you to pick your king.
Our king?
Yes.
Like
oh,
chess.
like chess.
Yep.
Aubrey definitely wants to be the queen.
God damn it!
Sable says she'll be the king.
Wait a
All
minute.
right, sounds good.
Well, Sable, are you sure you don't need more mobility?
Why would she?
No.
She stays in place and shoots.
I suppose.
So,
Regardless, Francis, one of us is gonna get wailed on by Tybee.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't want that to be me.
Not
Leland.
if Leland has anything to say about it.
Leland, the sword you have is a wooden longsword.
Whoa, Discord.
Oh, goodness.
Is it a large wooden longsword?
No, it's not a large wooden longsword.
They were all out.
So, you have a wooden longsword. It functions as a normal longsword, except that it does non-lethal damage, and it does a d8 -1.
Okay. So D8 -1.
His damage will sadly not suffer that much.
Probably not, no. So,
And actually, I should be able to. This banner, I can just hold it in one hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
God, you're Joan of Arc.
I
Kill
want to.
switch.
I want to use a whip in my other hand.
you have a whip?
God, I love that. Do it, baby.
Where did you get a whip? When did this happen?
It's been there for a long time.
You just
I
never had a
just-
banner to compliment it.
Never really had a reason to do non-lethal.
Gotcha. Now you do.
Now I do.
So, have you guys picked a king?
Sable will be our
Sable.
king.
Okay. Gil says, I will be the king for my respective side. Make yourselves ready.
Oi, Leland. Donna points to Tybee. That one's yours.
Sable
Okay.
assumes one stance real quick. The ambient dirt on the floor begins to coil around her body. And she assumes another, flipping her gun around and taking aim. And around the gun, wind starts to sort of envelop before fading.
Gil has kind of one hand up in the air. Are we all set?
Set as
Probably
we'll ever
not.
be.
He drops the hand. Roll initiative.
Tybee's about to see what fighting a monster is like. I actually feel kind of bad for sicking Leland on Tybee.
Oh, shoot. Oh no, I don't want to wear my hat for this. The hat's for killing things, not disabling things.
Unless you disable it really, really good.
That's for murdering shit.
Well,
So you're gonna be.
Yeah.
You're,
Murder hat.
while I can do non-lethal damage, literally my plan is to do nothing but combat maneuvers.
This
So
would
you're
be an
gonna-
interesting experiment for you.
so you're gonna do the opposite of what you normally do.
Exactly. The thing I'm actually also good at.
3/4 of our team is nothing but combat maneuvers.
So
With my gun. Go on.
you're gonna be disabling.
Yes.
God,
Oh,
I can bull rush, dirty trick, disarm, and trip.
I originally intended to go into Sundering. It just didn't
remember
work
that.
out that way. I need to.
And that DR5 should come in handy against non-lethal.
It's just cheating at that point.
That's why I'm the king. But damage is all on you guys. This entire fight, I will not be fighting.
I think we should be okay.
oh, we'll be fine.
'Cause this is something I've wanted to do against things that we are taking alive.
This will either go fine or Tybee's gonna wreck us.
Let's have two. Yeah. Ah, shit, the same. Alright, Donovan, I need your initiative.
Okay.
There you go.
First up is Kill Switch.
I'm gonna start inspiring courage.
Alright.
So with this, Francis is going to start singing a song. Let's do. I'm
Acapella.
gonna do one that
You know.
Don hasn't heard yet.
You know the song you want to sing.
I do. All right. No, I do. No, we're gonna sing the Dreamer's Chant this time.
The Dreamer's Chant.
Yeah, same one that the guy was singing in that room.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And everyone gets +5 to attack and damage.
That's exactly what Ober needs.
Donovan.
Alrighty. Let's see. I don't want to rush in there quite yet. Probably a bad idea. Well, Sable's next, then Zeta, then Leland. Alright, yeah.
Alternatively, you guys could wait for me.
Think I should wait for you?
I think you should.
I'm gonna... After I take it, Zeta relays that to him?
Yeah,
Alright.
you guys should wait for me.
Alright, so Don's gonna get ready. He's
Alright.
gonna hold his turn until Zeta goes.
Sable.
Alright, Sable says, don't worry, I've got this, too. In a moment, everybody gains after a flourishing movement of Sable's hands, everyone gets a glyph attached to their bodies somewhere. This is of water. Everyone gains a bonus to... what is it? Where'd it go? Your CMB by 3. +3 bonus to CMB.
What
That's
the fuck
crazy.
is this, and why haven't you ever shown it to us before?
I think we got this once.
Oh my god.
Guess a +8 to my grapples. Ooh.
Yeah, +8.
If you did that
Yeah.
normally, I would have a +20 to Sunder.
So yeah, I think I'm standing on a statue, aren't I?
You're a little off of it, you're fine.
You have most of the square.
I'm gonna squeeze into this square over here
Just hold Alt and put yourself between the two.
and take aim at Tybee.
Sorry, Control. No, it is
8,
Alt.
then +5. Oh, does a 17 beat Tybee's flat-footed CMD?
No.
Jeez.
CMD is Dex and Strength
I
mostly.
said wait for me.
I needed to get that glyph out for everybody.
I go after you. I said wait for me.
Zeta.
Oh well.
Alright, it's my turn.
Yep.
I cast haste.
Alright.
Nice. Oh my god,
Is that
we're gonna kill them in
+1
one
to
turn.
hit and extra attack?
Donovan.
So +1 to AC, +1 to attack. And during a full attack, you do get an additional attack at your highest pad. You also have increased move speed by 30 feet. Or not 30 feet, doubled. Right?
I think it's doubled.
It's
It might be 30
It's
feet.
double.
it's
Do you not have haste up right now?
30 feet.
You have the spell you're casting in front of you?
Don.
it's increased by 30 feet up to double.
No, I
move
don't have
speed.
the spell in front of me.
Don.
What's the other +1? Attack and
I
what?
just pulled up the spell. It's
Attack,
waiting,
dodge.
Don.
30 feet capped at doubled.
What's up, Francis?
Keep waiting, Don. Just total defense here. Wait.
Just
Why?
wait forever.
Because you want haste too?
I already have haste.
has
We all
haste.
got haste, didn't we?
Yeah.
Is it? It's one creature per level. But you still have to. Oh shit! It is AoE, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got range on it.
Damn.
Yeah, it's
Okay. Well,
everything.
never mind. You're good. You're good.
So Don's armor starts to make the sound of a tea kettle emitting steam. And he charges.
Alright.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
no,
wait.
I still have things.
Oh god.
What else do you have?
We're gonna cautiously move behind Aubrey.
Okay.
Protect me, Aubrey.
You're my only hope.
All right, Donna. Charging.
Yeah, choo choo, motherfucker. I'm power attacking too.
Let's see it.
Remember, you're going. Oh wait, you have improved unarmed
God.
strike.
And
Oh,
so we're
God.
getting +6 to hit and +5 damage from
Yep.
buffs.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty
you can
big.
choose to do non-lethal.
Yeah. Okay. So Oh shit.
Time for
okay.
dynamic entry.
Right. Then
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. Do we get bonuses to damage as well?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
five,
plus five
five
damage.
bonus damage from kill switch.
Oh my god.
Where the hell did you get that?
Banner Lord.
Banner
It's the
Lord and a
banner.
feat.
The banner increases his inspire courage.
Oh,
and
whoa, I'm sorry.
Banner Lord came out early, guys.
I accidentally rolled a d20. I meant to roll a d6. I'm gonna change it to a d6, don't worry. Alright, so,
3.
A d6 plus 19.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that guy's knocked out.
Yeah, this guy is knocked all the way back.
Don
Dragon
charges.
style, yeah.
What's his-
By the way,
Sorry, hang on. I did have one other thing that I had meant to do and didn't. These people weren't going when it was I told them not to go. I had a question I need answer for. According to the formula for metamagic feats, you want to multiply the metamagic spell level modifier by 2.
Yes.
What if it's 0?
Then what's 2? Well, zeros count as 1.
Okay. Alright, never mind then. Go ahead.
Okay, so that guy goes flying. Is he unconscious?
Oh yeah. As far as you can tell, he went back and just kind of like flopped down onto the
Yeah,
ground.
Don just fucking hammer fists him in the charge, and then looks at the guy right behind him and grins.
All right. Do you have a swift action of any sort?
Let me see. Actually, he's already unconscious. I can't fucking stop him.
Yeah, he's also very like he's not near you anymore.
No, that's it for me.
Leland.
Leland's going to, with this haste, walk right up to Tybee. This guy can take his attack if he wants. He needs to hit it at 24.
he hasn't moved yet, so he can't, right?
That's correct
I
actually.
mean, well, everyone was prepared for this, so I don't think anyone's flat-footed.
That's probably fair.
Yeah.
That is true. Everyone was ready for this. It's not like they were unprepared.
It's not like Dawn with
Sure.
Mosquito.
It's not gonna. Yeah, it's not gonna.
I doubt it's gonna hit.
Yeah, doubt it as
Again,
well.
he's looking for a 24.
Oh really? That's yeah. He has to. Pretty sure he has to nat 20 this. He didn't, so no worries.
Okay, so I have 7 BAB, 7 strength, and 6 from buffs.
Goodbye, Tybee. Oh Jesus Christ!
So,
Oof.
I forgot to mention Vital Strike.
Yeah, 37 will hit.
I'm sorry, Tybee. I didn't know.
And
You have a plus
26 non-lethal
15 to damage.
because I've got -1 from the weapon,
Right.
+6 from strength, and then +4 power attack, which I'm always power attacking. I have Furious Focus,
Okay.
and then 5 from
From
Song.
the song, yeah.
Yeah.
Tybee seems like he takes the hit pretty well. A lot better than what you'd expect anything else to. He gives less than most trees would.
Considering you hit him with heart tree.
Yep. Now our boys will start going. They seem pretty concerned about the way this is developed.
We have 2 Tybes now.
That's not gonna make it. Yep.
Are they about to swarm Don?
You'd think they'd go after the king.
They're gonna swing around. One's gonna swing around and go after Leland here.
Is he going the long way, or
Yeah, he's
am I
going the
gonna
long way.
That's
He's
for
got the
best.
extra movement, so he's doing that. That's not gonna hit. And then another one is gonna come up, try to do the same. Nope.
If only they had a banner.
Right? If only they had a banner of some sort. And then these 2 boys, they don't have much of a choice here. So one of them's gonna pop right here. Oh, this is supposed to be a +6 actually, so 2 more than this. Doesn't matter, I'm sure. Nope. And 1 more. They're just gonna...
Dogpile the Leland.
Yeah, that's basically what they're doing. This one should have been +2. but
Oh,
doesn't
that one
matter.
actually meets.
23 meets? Because you charged, huh?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the +1 from
I did not charge.
haste?
I
Oh.
moved regularly, because otherwise I would not be able to.
+1 from
Right.
haste, Nathaniel.
That's including the +1 from haste.
So your AC's 23?
No, 21.
Oh, okay.
Mobility is what got me the 24 for
Ah.
that attack of opportunity.
I see. Okay, I wasn't expecting anybody to actually hit you. Hold on.
Well, except Tybee and Gil.
Plus...
We'll see about that.
I'm not so sure about the Gil part.
Gil has a trick up his sleeve.
I don't
I've
think
never
so.
seen him.
I think he actually is just here to play with his kid.
You take 7 non-lethal.
With this kid. Screw all the humans. Getting pommeled.
Ended rightly.
Alright. Tybee's turn. Okay. I gotta remember everything. All the things he's gonna do here. So Tybee... My brain, his fucking build's so weird. He uses a move action to take a defensive posture over Gil. And I think then he can just bop you. So that's what he's going to try to do. Right, it's move action? Yes. Let me double check this to make sure I'm not fucking this up somehow. Almost positive, because I'm pretty sure this build doesn't just gimp him offensively entirely. It's this one. That's that, that's that.
It's all fun and games until Gil hits you with his 20-foot tongue.
Oh, no, it's not even this, it's this. I'm sitting here thinking that's part of his class, but it's not. Move action? Yes, move action. Alright, moving on. So he's going to try to bop you. He'll... Yeah. He's not going to power attack, but he's going to try to bop you. He's also
The
going to
gentle
full
bop.
attack you.
Wait, full attack?
Yeah.
With just a standard action?
No, you're right. Move action was in there. He's just going to bop you then. 13, right? Nope. 13, he's flanked.
Did I miss anything?
No, he's gonna power attack too.
Tybee's turn.
No need to power attack. We're fine. All right, this should be it.
To power attack or not to power attack?
I know, right?
Oh,
It's tough.
Tybee's about to wreck somebody.
Pretty sure
Tybee's
33 is gonna hit you.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah, I thought it would.
Oh God, no wonder these guys don't want to fight Tybee anymore.
He
Don't
got
worry,
that
he-
16 through their brother's blood.
He doesn't hit that hard. Pretty hard.
Just consistently.
Yeah, he's pretty consistent.
Oh,
Take
okay.
11 non-lethal. Gil, on his turn, will shout that he also can disable. He casts a spell. I need a reflex save from Sable. As your gun heats up, you can choose to hold on to it or you can drop it.
I'm gonna hold on to it.
Then there's no reflex save at all. Just had the spell in front of me, but I went looking for Tybee's.
Burning
BS.
disarm.
It's burning disarm.
Gil's a crafty bastard.
Oh wait, no, this would bypass my DR. It's magic.
It's magic.
Causes metal object to become red hot. You can do the reflex to drop it for no damage, or it deals damage.
The gun's not fully metal. Are you holding the metal part?
It just does
yeah, it would
damage.
be. Not terrible.
Yeah, 10 fire damage. He seems remorseful that you didn't let go of the gun.
My hands steam and smolder. I'm like, no! I love this thing! Ow!
Alright.
Aubrey.
See, I guess it depends on if it's touching metal as to what her trigger discipline is like.
Aubrey is gonna swift action, shift into Kieran style.
What are you going to try to identify?
And, I'm just going into the style.
Oh, right, you can't identify anything yet.
Right.
That's right. Oh, that's right,
Oh,
Donovan.
okay.
Your swift action would have been shifting the dragon. I always forget that takes a swift action.
Yep.
Alright, what you got?
And Aubrey will close some distance.
Very
About
quickly.
one.
Very hastily, even.
Just
That
get
10
the-
feet
That's 10 feet so far, yeah.
from me to the enemy.
No,
Where's
yeah.
the ruler at? 15.
That's, yeah, you need to be there.
I'll go
That's
ahead and
flanking.
whip at the one in front of me.
Alright, let's see it.
Plus 9. Plus, what is it? Plus 6.
Don't forget +5 from song, and if it's a
Yeah, that's what I was referring to.
3.
So,
Well, song and haste.
did I get him?
Yeah, that'll get him.
Are you including your +3 if it's a combat maneuver?
No, that's just an attack.
Yeah, he
Oh,
gets
okay.
free combat maneuvers when he hits.
Yeah.
That's not the combat maneuver yet.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
comes next.
So roll damage first.
Stay up.
16? No, he doesn't. You beard him right in the back of the
Alright.
head and he's not expecting it.
And I guess that'll be it for Aubrey.
Kill switch.
Time to stun everyone.
Oh no, I've got better things for you, Leland. Leland the barbarian. I don't know how Gil's gonna feel about this, but I'm going to incite rage in Leland.
Oh no! But wait, will he be able to non-lead? Oh wait, he's got a wooden sword.
Yeah, he can't
Yeah.
not non-lethal.
I mean,
Realistically,
It's okay. We're not worried about realism.
So
No?
with that, I'm gonna start changing up the song a bit and start stating how Tybee is dragons, everyone is dragons. Slay the dragons.
Excuse me while I add 2 to everything.
And then use free to maintain courage.
All right.
Getting some real bard shenanigans now.
Sable.
Um,
Oh, are you done?
actually,
Or you still got a
I'm
thing?
gonna stand. Well, no, I'm gonna be in your way, Sable, if I go there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I already have to move.
Let's see. Measure. Now it-
If it's about movement range, we have haste. We could cross the entire room with a
Yeah.
single move action.
There's not
still
that
wanna
much
be
room.
out of Dawn's range. So I'm just gonna move down here. Should still be within.
Cut Sable out of it.
Alright.
1 step further back.
Or Sable could just 5-foot step on her turn and just instantly get it all back.
I'm gonna be moving anyway. I have too many people here. I can't.
That's good
They're,
enough.
they're acting as partial cover against
Don't
Tybee.
you have precise shot?
Yeah, I do.
Does that not get around that?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
If you wait until after me, I can get rid of some of these people.
It's all good. I'm good here.
Yeah, you're right. Partial cover doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about partial cover.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna move right down here.
Okay. And then take a shot at Tybee.
Yeah, we're gonna take a shot at Tybee. It's a 28B to CMD. No?
I think you said 1 moment.
Tybee, upon seeing you take aim and fire at him, makes his own attack and cuts the bullet from the air.
With a piece of wood.
Oh God, he's so cool.
Sick.
Well, even if I had included haste, he still would have gotten it.
Did you include +3 from CMBs?
I don't get that.
Ah.
I put glyphs on you guys, not on me.
Ah.
Well, haste does not give me another CMB. Or does it?
No, you'd have to
So-
full attack, I think.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, now I'm in the danger zone.
Da, da. You're gonna be more so in the danger zone when I pull Tybee over here.
Probably.
Is that all you got?
If you get to
Yeah.
do that.
I don't get to make a second combat maneuver yet.
Alright, Zeta.
Hey, it worked.
Oh, is this a meta magic shenanigan?
Yeah. So I'm gonna do some fancy somatic movements and concentrate and hold my dagger aloft, and I'm going to add merciful spell
To make it non-lethal?
to make my fireball non-lethal.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect.
That's how you get around those.
She's going to
spells.
begin to cast her spell, and she's going to yell as loudly as she can, "I'm sorry, Dawn!" And the room's going to explode in fire.
Is it non-lethal to the building as well?
It's non-lethal.
I don't fucking care. I don't know.
It's non-lethal.
Alright, let's see the damage.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll my reflex save.
Oh, look at all those ones. Look at those. Look at this shitty fireball.
It's probably for the best.
It's because it was merciful.
That's what it is.
That's probably what it is.
You were holding back.
Reflex save.
Yeah, you're gonna need a reflex save.
We get
17
bonuses
to
to that
make it.
from the song, right?
No, the song is just attack and damage, isn't it?
Yeah, nothing gave us anything to saves.
Well, it's against
Fuck.
fear and charm effects, I believe.
Well,
Get
you're
saves.
looking for an 18.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
taking full damage.
Oof.
It's not lethal.
It's like an
15.
imaginary burn.
I'm almost halfway there.
I mean, it's just non-lethal. It's only 15.
Okay. How many of these boys are unconscious?
The
forget your
boys
temp
actually
HP.
made it.
Leland,
They
So
all have
none
1
of them.
HP.
Sorry, what?
you have temp HP from rage.
Oh, right.
I mean, that
I
doesn't
did
help.
not include that.
Yeah, doesn't help.
It does.
Non-lethal goes up. HP goes
Dope.
down.
It still adds to your max HP, yeah?
Yeah, adds to your max HP.
Still good.
It's +4.
It's 2 per con.
No, I mean
+4 con?
4 from rage, +4
+4.
constitution.
Plus 4 con, plus 4 strength. Plus
Okay.
2 bonus
So-
to will.
So that's an extra 14.
Minus
so
2
I'm
to
at
AC.
So,
90.
For balancing, we're gonna go ahead and say
Two.
DR doesn't just stop non-lethal,
2 HP per hit dice.
because spoilers, Tybee also has DR.
I figured as much. Yeah, I-
Alright.
All right, is that all you got? Is a fireball, some non-lethal?
Oh, I'm taking -2 AC. Okay.
Sorry, Leland.
All right, is that everybody?
Yeah, everybody's finally rolled their reflexes.
How's everybody doing?
They're
I'm fine.
Still standing. No one in the room has
Good.
fallen.
Good. Francis, what are you playing?
Currently, I'm singing about dragons.
You're just singing?
Yeah.
I thought you were singing the sleep song or whatever.
He had to change to Inspire Rage.
Oh, gotcha.
But like,
I just
He's
wanted to
just
make
singing.
that-
you're just singing?
He has to
Just
hold the
singing.
banner in one hand,
And holding up a banner, yeah. So the
Okay.
banner, depending on.
his green
Aye.
banner.
He has a limp whip in his other hand.
Zeta's
not
just gonna zip over here by Francis.
Excellent.
Hey, Zeta.
Hey, Francis.
Hey, Zeta. Let's go.
Everyone's Pam.
Because of haste, he's singing fast enough to slip that in
Yeah, it's
between
like
lines.
300
Hey,
BPM.
Zeta. No? Alright.
Yeah.
Donovan.
You ever play-
Alright, so Donovan's gonna take a 5-foot step. This guy's about to get it.
Grab him. Wait, bull rush him.
Into
Power
me?
attack. 25 hit him.
One sec here.
Pretty sure 25 hits him.
Probably hits him.
Yeah, it probably is. You'll notice that Tybee does try to intercede, get in the way, but it doesn't help. You gonna roll damage?
That's the damage.
You don't
Oh,
roll a
wait,
d20
God
with
damn it.
damage.
It's still +19 though.
There. Pretty sure he's
Same.
down.
Yeah,
23.
he drops.
But I am not done yet.
Haste.
As
And-
Don turns to the other guy. Does a 15 hit him?
It would if Tybee would get out of your way. Like, you
It's
go
alright.
in for the hit, and Tybee deflects your blow.
Haste time.
Send some bodyguard.
Wait, you have 3 attacks?
I have Brawler's Flurry.
Haste.
Oh,
Yeah, he has... Yeah,
Oh,
don't you
it's
have
at
enough
highest
BAB to
D.
attack 3 times anytime? Anyway, don't you?
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah. So he'd actually have 4 attacks.
I need some monastic legacy, so.
Alright,
Oh, is that
so
supposed to be
18...
+15 or
It's
Oh,
supposed
yeah.
to be plus 15. So does this one hit?
That one will hit, but in an odd way. Tybee, unable to deflect the blow, just takes the hit. Like, for a moment, Tybee dances out in front of the attack. And takes the brunt of it. So, roll damage.
$19 non-lethal.
Oh,
I'm gonna get this boy. Last one. Damn.
The
Yep.
2s and 3s.
Tybee deflects that one. You feel like you would have
Alright.
absolutely hit this man had it not been for Tybee's intercessions.
Don is swelling with pride right now. He's so proud of Tybee.
So, do we want to say that the merciful effects stop the fireball's other effects?
I feel like that would be for the best.
Yeah, it's probably like a much lower heat fire, is the only way I can imagine it.
It might have char marks, but
It's
no.
like a burst of really hot air instead of actual fire.
Wouldn't that last one be at a -5 since it's with 2-weapon fighting?
Brawler's Flurry
Yeah.
and then Haste as a...
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. Figure it
Anyway.
out, but whatever. Leland.
So... we all know how this goes. Oh,
That's-
wow.
That's how it goes.
What?
Confirm it.
The way she goes.
Fucking way she goes, bud.
Oh, doesn't confirm, but
Oh, it doesn't.
no hit.
Okay, full attack, though.
Full attack. So that wasn't Vital Strike?
No.
Okay. It's good to know.
I had intended full attack because we have haste.
Okay. Just checking.
Sorry. I need to be more clear about that, and then I'll do the last roll as well.
Who is these at?
Tybee, of course.
Oh yeah, they'll hit.
So... that's the first hit. And the second hit... I forgot to add the +5 from
Okay.
Banner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
then
rage
after the-
bonus and the +5.
I did include rage. I did not include the +5.
Yeah, then
Alright.
if you didn't include the +5, then after the first one, Tybee goes down.
Savage.
Yeah, no, that was 43 non-lethal.
Gil puts his hands up and surrenders.
Don looks at Leland, and then he looks at Tybee, and then he looks at Leland and he goes, "You know, you gotta give the kid credit. He took a hell of a beating."
Leland is still
Frothing at the mouth.
red-faced, frothing at the mouth, just...
He reaches down and casts a quick spell on Tybee. Tybee kind of pops up.
Okay, I guess since they surrendered, I can
drop.
call an end to the rage then. Singing about dragons.
Yeah, that's fine.
When Tybee is conscious, Sable's gonna run up and try and give him a hug.
Oh,
He's just a kid, Leland.
yeah, he's okay with it. Gil's also...
Sable's still gonna hug him. He's soft and fluffy.
While Sable's touching on Tybee,
What a sweet young moo cow.
Sable gets healed for 10.
Yay!
Did you have any damage? Oh, right.
Yeah, my hands got melted.
You're good.
I got healed for the exact amount of damage I took.
Yeah, he apologizes, explains that he would have much preferred you drop the weapon.
Sable tells him there's no way I'd let go of my gun. It is one of my prized possessions. So even if my hands were burned or even cut off, I'd not let go of this thing.
The Reformed bandits seem relieved that it was called early. A couple of them go over, help the other guy out.
Don
Aubrey
gives
left
him
the
a
one
pat
on
on
the
the
ground
shoulder as they
with his
as they
hair.
pass him by.
Tybee has tasted defeat. Now he knows he has to train harder.
He did. He tasted defeat last time.
Why do you think he was so strong this time?
Yeah,
But
Tybee.
this time,
Now he has to train even harder.
He's gonna evolve by the next time we see him. To Tybazor or something.
Tybazor
yeah, Don's gonna pat Tybee on the back and be like,
God.
steals
Really?
halflings and gets shot by gunslingers.
Oh, Ramazor.
But no, Gil, Tybee, when he actually comes to, seems pretty tired. Like, it takes a lot out of him to actually be beaten.
Don pats Tybee on the shoulder and tells him that he put up a real good fight and he's improved a lot since the last time they fought alongside him.
Tybee seems pretty encouraged by the words. He's very proud of how far he's come as well. And he
Yeah,
kind
what
of
was that-
points out all those times that he got in your way.
Yeah, I was about to say that was really cool, Tybee. Where'd you learn a thing like that? Every time I thought I had that guy, you just knocked me out the way.
Sable just instantly interrupts, going, "He cut a bullet out of the air with a wooden sword. That is hug-worthy."
He is pretty good at the snips.
Yeah, that was. How did you cut a bullet out of the air with a wooden sword? Gil, have you
Tybee-
ever gotten this kid a real sword?
Tybee, you could see on Tybee's hilt, on in his waist, he does have another sword sheathed. But when you ask how he did it, he just makes a chopping motion. He's like this.
Oh,
That's how I
God,
saw it.
Leland.
Gil kind of, pats Tybee, kind of essentially tells him that it's time to go start his studies. He's had his fun. He tells Tybee to say goodnight. Tybee says goodnight, waves individually, says goodnight to everyone in the room,
Oh, he's such a good boy.
and he just picks up this other guy, throws him over his shoulder.
And leaves this guy out in the cold.
Well, no, this other guy grabs him.
Sable will state, we've come to have some fun with Tybee, but in all honesty, we have come to say what is likely to be goodbye.
Not fully likely. I'm sure we'll be back someday.
Gil seems concerned and says, "Has something happened?"
Nothing new, just
An old quest has been refurbished.
new info popping up, new places to go.
Yeah, we gotta go to the Umbral Basist.
Basin, Leland,
Boom,
Basin.
boom, boom, boom.
He seems very concerned about this. He says, "The Umbral Basin? Are you sure?"
There is a dragon there that we have to deal with.
To meet with.
Well,
Not sure if we have to deal with him or meet him, but either way, we gotta have a talk. We're not really sure if we're ever gonna come back or not.
there is supposedly a cataclysm coming to Cheliax at the hands of dragons, and in honesty, we feel that we have the ability, or might have the ability, to stop it.
Mr. Gill, you saw us at the beginning of this journey. We were nothing like we are now. If we continue at this rate, we might actually have a chance to do some good in the world. And if we have that chance, then we have that responsibility.
And all the adventuring is pleasant in itself as well.
Uh, yep.
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 What?
Um, who's closest? Sable. Let's get a perception check.
I am good at those. 11.
Incoming 1.
Yeah, incoming 1 or 2. 8 works.
It
Eight
was
will
Gil
work.
the whole time.
There's a 19. That was pretty good. You see a faint glow coming from beneath the chains of Gil's chain shirt.
Sable's gonna have a look and just jokingly state, "You seem to be glowing with pride, Sir Gil."
He seems pretty oblivious. He says,
Your
he's-
chain shirt is glowing.
he looks down and he kind of digs under his chain shirt, and on a chain around his neck, he pulls out a black rock. On the front of it, there is a like a glowing symbol on it. It looks similar to like claw marks. He looks a little confused at looking at it and goes, "Well, it's never done that before."
Mr. Gill, what is
Perhaps-
He says,
Someone should detect magic on it.
this is a trinket found outside of where I found Tybee.
Was that near the Umbral Basin?
Uh, I have this written down where it is. He says, no, it's south of Corvosa. It was outside the cave that I found Tybee in.
Zeta, would you mind having a look at this rock? You're good with magical things.
Zeta's back by KFC, rooting through KFC's backpack.
Whoa, now. Hold on. I want to step away from Zeta. Whoa, now. What you doing there? It's pretty unlawful behavior right there.
Gil
I'm just looking at your stuff.
ponders for a moment and says,
Kind of heretical.
Gil says, I suppose it must have something to do with the fire.
Fire.
He kind of points at the glow. Says it's resembling the fire, like embers, the glow here. I never thought to expose it to fire.
Should we toss it in? I can assure you, I can get it back out.
He kind of takes it off. The glow has already started to fade until it just goes dull, and it's back to a black stone.
Hand it to me.
He hands it over to Donovan.
Don's gonna ignite his hand.
Roll damage.
Oh, shit, no.
Just do a
No.
d6 of fire damage.
No, it will break. You know me.
A d6 of fire damage.
Considering it ate a fireball and was fine.
No, I'm not doing this. Never mind. Give it to Sable. Don says, I was gonna just catch my hand on fire, but I feel like it's a bad idea.
Sable, take it and just literally stick her hand in the fire.
What fire?
There's a fire nearby, isn't it?
There's a fire in the center of town. You could probably go into the kitchen. There's a stove.
Oh. I see. It was reacting to the fireball.
Right.
Okay. I wonder. I'm going to switch my stance to the element of fire and start to glow like a torch.
Gil takes a step back.
Does it react to my... It's not literal, not actually on fire, but does it react to my element of fire?
How much fire damage do you do?
It's not fire damage, it's just I embody fire.
No. Doesn't seem to react.
Alright. Don, light your hand up.
Whoa. That's Mr. Gills. I don't want to break it or anything.
He says we can... It seems to be fine with fire. I
Well.
imagine it's some sort of igneous.
Well, if you insist, sir, I can certainly try. I'll take the rock. Sure about this?
As long as you don't need to strike it.
All right. And here we go.
And it breaks.
Destroyed. Ashes. Blows away in the wind. No, nothing happens.
Savage.
Keep going.
Any kind of knowledge check to get to know it?
Yeah, give me a knowledge spellcraft.
That's another. He's just kind of exposing it at this point.
I'll
Knowledge,
have knowledge
spellcraft.
spellcraft.
Not spellcraft. Arcana.
Roll to assist.
Got it.
Oh!
Aubrey got it.
Okay. Aubrey, you gather that this thing, this marking on the front of this thing, the quote-unquote front, it's not really made to have a real front. You feel like they're just not applying enough fire.
I think you guys may just not be applying enough fire. Perhaps we should take it outside and let Zeta hit it with another fireball.
Wait, I can break these cuffs!
You can't break those cuffs.
What if...
Could be funny
Aubrey, I
if
already
Aubrey
used
did
my
that.
fireball.
Oh yeah. I guess you wouldn't need to prepare 2 fireballs.
What would I do
Give
then?
me Aubrey. You're examining this thing pretty closely, I guess. Give me a sense motive too.
All right. I think I
Can I
might
give
have
it?
invested in that a little.
Jeez, my rolls.
Yeah, Aubrey. Just this rock. You're not sure what it's about, but it just gives off a bad vibe, you know? Like,
Have I felt anything similar in our journeys?
not really.
I want to point out that I have pumped 14 points of fire damage into this rock, which is almost exactly the same amount that Zeta put in.
Oh, Aubrey would be able to tell you from that nat 20 that it needs to be a lot of fire damage all at once. In other words,
Like
you
a
can do a
fireball.
lot of fire damage, but it has to be a higher heat, basically.
But
Donovan pants, obviously
Still
fatigued
s-
in this.
still
we need-
dark for some
we need to
reason. Perhaps
Throw
we,
it in a 4.
Yeah,
perhaps we shouldn't even mess with it.
yeah, Aubrey. The feeling you get from this is like, it looks like it's a rock that's kind of pitted. It's partially charred. It looks like it's been melted a little bit. This thing, it feels. It's not a feeling, I guess, but it sort of feels evil. Sort of like how you get to like the Church of Asmodeus is real gothic looking. You're like, well, this place is evil. It's sort of like
Right.
that, but it's not. It's not the same sort of evil. It's more of a reckless evil that comes off of this.
Donovan, can you detect chaos on this?
Sure. Don't know how you know I could do that.
Right? Hey,
You're
can
a
you
Hell
do that
Knight.
thing? Yeah.
All right, I'll detect chaos. And
Hey, Mr. Hell Knight, is this rock heretical?
Right? Is this a heresy rock?
is it?
It is.
Bang, 7 grand
Don-
heresy rocks and finish.
Don looks at the rock and he looks at Francis and he goes, "Hey, Francis, I found a rock that's a heretic."
Whoa!
So you have a pretty good sweep, by the way, of the room with that, because you can detect chaos.
Everywhere.
Zeta is chaotic, definitively.
Yeah. I'm like a torch.
So is Gil.
Don kind of clutches the rock a little bit and he looks at Gil. He says, "You better be careful, Mr. Gil. Not all Hell Knights only hunt monsters like I do."
So perhaps we should leave this rock thing be.
Yeah, we have other tasks at hand.
Wait,
Though, what, Don?
what if this has something to do with the dragon? We have a dragon we can ask about this. Maybe she knows something.
I mean, Don, it's just an evil rock.
All right.
Where is? Where did you say you found this?
Corvosa, he said.
South of Corvosa. I was on my way to this location from the academy when I came across this trinket. When I searched the area to find where it must have come from, it led me
Does
to the
discern
cave.
lies? Does discern lies require a cast, or is it just a supernatural
It
ability?
is a spell-like ability, so you would space out for a while.
I'm gonna discern lies.
Alright, how does that work exactly?
Yeah, I need to see how that works exactly before I decide to commit to it.
Yeah.
He's gonna get a saving throw.
Each round you concentrate on a target, it's got to be in the area. You know if he deliberately or knowledgeably speaks lies. Speaks a lie by discerning disturbances in the aura and blah, blah,
Will
blah.
negates. Never mind.
Well, I mean, you can do it, and then you can make a will save.
Or you can make a sense motive and know he's lying regardless.
Well,
I
that's
don't
not
have
how
a lot
that
of
works. Sense motive, the
You
skill
know,
is not better than
he's-
magic.
Yeah, of course, but we're not really looking for specifics here, just
You want to try it?
that he's hiding something.
If something seems off, you can do the discern lies bit.
There's my sense motive.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and roll the will save anyway, because I'm not gonna.
Oh my god, I had a decent sense motive.
I think I discerned his lies.
So you're concentrating on him as he tells the story. He lets you know that he was on his way back from the academy. Everything seems good. He found this rock. Everything seems good. It led him to the cave where he found Tybee. Everything seems good.
How long
Don
ago was that?
feels really guilty.
Did you search the
Trust
whole?
but verify.
Did you search the whole cave where you found Tybee?
He says no.
I assume if you find a child, you want to head out pretty fast.
He says Tybee was the only one.
And how long ago was this?
Hey, you guys. Where are you, my dude? He said it was about 6 years ago.
So does this not just look like a normal stone?
It looks basically like a volcanic stone on a chain.
Like glass. glass.
And yeah, it's kind of glassed over in the melted bits,
Obsidian.
but it's not glass. It's more like
Right.
igneous rock.
Obsidian.
Yeah, it's very black.
Is there like any volcanic activity in that area? Is that geography to know?
Yeah, it'd be geography to know.
Anyone?
While this is going
go
on,
to geography?
Don's gonna hand the stone back to Mr. Gill.
Gil puts it back on.
And he also tells Gil, be careful with that thing. Something about it just... it don't seem right.
He asks if any of you are hurt.
I'm fine.
Don shakes his head, but asks if it would be okay if, before they left, if he could maybe peruse his library and possibly buy some books off of him.
I'm gonna ask if I can take a more comprehensive look at the rock.
He hands it to you.
I have a plethora of knowledge skills that I am willing to run through.
Run
Already
through
rolled.
'em.
And spellcraft.
Knowledge.
So I'll use detect magic.
Sure.
And we'll concentrate on that for a little bit.
It's
And,
definitely magic.
Once we start seeing what kind of magic it is, we'll do a spellcraft, I guess. Oof, low roll.
I'll assist.
I think I can assist as well. Yes,
I'll
yes I
contribute.
can.
Oof. Oh, I got it. Cool. So,
Alright.
25 total.
Zeta, you would
Spellcraft.
recognize it is abjuration. It's faint.
Oh, I nat 20'd it.
An assist.
You can't detect magic.
It's a spellcraft check.
Spellcraft.
And you also specify
What are you
that
trying to learn from
assist it.
spellcraft again?
It's magic.
It's
We
definitely
know that.
Yeah, detect magic tells me what kind of aura it is. I'm using spellcraft to see if I can glean form, function.
With
Okay,
the
yeah.
information that it's abjuration magic, Don would have that to go off of.
Zeta, you're doing that stuff. You have to identify the properties is what you're looking to do. Bam, bam, bam. There's that there. Where's the other thing? There's that. Yeah, you beat it. Plenty. So you would know that this basically necklace can give you some fire resistance. And a resistance on will saves against fear. And it has to take 10 points of fire damage to make this glow pattern on the front.
Alright, so it's just fire resistance.
You would
Simple-
also know.
Simple charm.
You would also know that if you see this is a religious thing, it's a you're not sure. I need a religion check to check, but it seems like an item that, if worn by a person who actually worships that deity,
I'll assist
it
the
can
religion.
cast a spell,
Alright, 19 on the knowledge religion.
and then the assist from basically everybody.
21 for... Oh, yeah, everyone.
Uh,
Except the untrained guy.
25.
so with your time talking to
Huh?
Gandrahal, you would have at least this would have come up. The deity this is associated with is Dahak.
What do we know about him? Fire god?
Yeah, Dahak is like the epitome of Red Dragon. You know how like there's like a caricature of red dragons being these things that show up and just kill things indiscriminately and take over?
Sometimes.
That's Dahak. Generally, chromatic dragons will worship
They're the good
Dahak.
guys.
No.
Chromatic? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of metallic dragons.
Yeah. Metallic dragons. Legend says that metallic dragons were created by Dahak, so that Dahak could hunt and kill them.
Interesting.
The dragon
Sounds
god
like a-
Apsu is the father of Dahak, who,
Sounds like
upon
an
learning
interesting
this,
deity.
yeah, when Apsu found out that Dahak was doing this, he came down from the heavens to kill Dahak, but Tiamat intervened. And that's when the first chromatic dragons were made. The injured metallic dragons who were dying were touched by Tiamat and healed. That corruption turned them into chromatic dragons.
I like that lore.
But that's most of what you know, other than the fact that Dahak is like, he's also known as the Endless Destruction. How big was your, what was the total? So,
With assists, 25.
25, yeah.
Technically.
23.
No, you got 3 assists on both with a not 19.
Yeah, you can't.
Well,
assist
kill
while
switch.
untrained in a knowledge.
Yeah, kill switch brought you
Also
down a little bit.
21 total.
But still,
Yeah. How about Asmodeus?
it's pretty
guy?
good.
Sounds pretty heretical.
You would know.
Well, actually, it may be higher than that.
Oh,
Right? Because
yeah, up
some of you
to
guys
half.
have ranks.
Up to half your character level on skills up to the maximum of your ranks. So instead of it being +2, it'd be like +3.
Yeah. That's half our character level.
I'm Jarvan. I'm helping.
So it's good. It's a good one. I'll give it to you. You would know. I'll give you his domains. Like if you were gonna pick up, you're gonna, if you wanted to pick domains. The domains that Dahak covers are chaos, destruction, evil, scaly kind, trickery. His subdomains are catastrophe, deception, demon, dragon, rage, and thievery. He's a bad dude.
Time
Yeah.
for discern lies, boys.
I'll go ahead and hand that
What are
back
you
to
hiding,
Gil
Rock?
and Tell him, this, this
This is an
thing's
interesting
dangerous.
story.
This thing's no good.
Interesting, though. Truly a relic.
He says it.
Truly, it is impressive to just find.
Is,
quite-
is it like, was it like a typically a cobalt deity or something?
Tesna's luck shines on you.
He says it certainly helps with the summer heat. Less useful in these winter months to come.
Oh, is it hot out?
In the summer months, of course.
It's starting to get into fall,
Yeah,
winter.
it's getting into winter at this
Okay.
point.
Oh, sorry. Is it cold out?
Yeah, it gets pretty cold.
Are we like how cold are we talking here? He doesn't really wear a whole lot.
Yeah, it's low 50s. A couple days ago, it got below freezing.
Oh, okay.
Good time.
Good to know. Yeah.
So we all have been told about the hawk, right?
You guys have all,
Okay.
like I said, Zeta interacted a lot with Gandrahal. It's very likely that, you guys were already talking about Apsu. It's easy enough to switch that over to talk about Dahak. So you guys are hitting up that library?
Yeah, I
yeah.
would like to.
Join
I would like to. If Gil doesn't mind, of course, Zeta would like to take Gil aside and kind of pick his brain a bit, because they haven't had an opportunity to really meet each other yet.
Sure. He'll lead you guys into like the next little area here. He'll show who was wanting to go to the library.
Me.
He'll
Also,
show
Aubrey.
Donovan and Aubrey to the library, which is up up here. Where are we at?
At some point, I need to ask where the Umbral Basin is, because I don't think any of us know that.
Oh yeah. Gil let you know that the Umbral Basin is to the northeast of the capital. He is very. He's not at all hesitant in letting you know that it's a very dangerous place. Very dangerous. Like, traders don't go through there unless they have heavily armed guards.
Well, think about it this way, Mr. Gill. If we die, then the world was doomed anyway.
Death is just the next adventure anyway.
He, of course, asks if it's strictly necessary, because he worries for your own sakes.
It's a lead. I wouldn't say strictly necessary, but we need to learn what we can learn.
But if Zeta wants to pick his brain, he's going to lead Zeta into his personal study.
Where he kills her!
Dead! No.
He was a dragon the whole time.
Please, I'm prepared.
Right? You guys hear a bunch of non-lethal fireballs go off.
No.
A bunch of extra lethal fireballs
Yeah, extra lethal.
in this enclosed space that Zeta's in. So
I didn't get to use any sneak attack damage that time.
Me either. I was sad.
So who all's taking a look at the library?
I.
Okay.
Aubrey.
So you guys are going in looking for what?
I'm looking for books on monsters.
Yeah, Aubrey always likes learning about monsters. We can make it a story time.
Sure. Give me perception checks.
Why
I
did I have
also
to
want to see if he has any books on poetry or music.
Okay. Yeah, it's not. They're
Oof.
not. There's not books on like a lot of monsters. There's some biology books that kind of go over animal care.
That's what we need to know.
You can defer from the book. It's like the book kind of goes over what animals need to survive. So you're like, well, if we just do the opposite, that'll kill them,
Just have to starve them or cut their head off.
right?
The logic is sound.
But Zeta, what were you wanting to talk to Gil about?
Nothing really like specifically. Just that Zeta hasn't really met Gil yet.
He says
Um,
it's wonderful, a breath of fresh air to talk to another magic practitioner.
Likewise, she was not aware that he was as advanced in the arcane arts as he is. And
He says he's at the forefront of his studies.
what studies are that?
He lets you know that he actually studies the origins of magics. There are lots of, theories on how magic works at a base level, what drives it forward, where it comes from, and how it can be molded, and that's what he studies.
It's quite fascinating.
He says, indeed, I've actually recently made a breakthrough.
A breakthrough.
Indeed, I'm in the process of writing the paper to submit this thesis. It's not
If
major, but it is extraordinary.
you wouldn't mind, would you possibly divulge such information to me?
He says, I'll do you one better. I will show you. Do you have the time?
I most certainly do have the time.
He's so
There's
excited.
always
7 o'clock.
time.
Yeah, he's so excited about this, just that he gets to show someone who he knows will appreciate it. He kind of disappears through the next little room here. You can hear him open another door, has a short conversation. Tybee's the first one to come back in. He seems pretty happy just to not be studying right now. Gil comes back out a little bit later. He kind of pushes these chairs to the side. He's got um, a whole little bag of stuff. Where is it?
Oh, Zeta's going to suppress her breeze
Okay, gotcha.
as he's trying to lay out his thesis.
So, here we go. No. Is this it? Nope. I can't find what it's called. Anyway, he starts burning some herbs. He kind of sits Tybee down in the center as he creates 8 different points at which these herbs are burning, and he pulls out this like thick tome, and it looks fresh, like freshly bound. He kind of opens it up, and he starts going through this whole thing. He sets the book down, and he makes a series of hand signs that repeat over and over again, and he starts chanting. This goes on for a while. It's a good 4 or 5 minutes before you actually realize that the smoke trails that are coming from these burning herbs as they're going up have slowly been listing counterclockwise. And at a certain point, they list more and more, but eventually the smoke goes straight up to about 8 feet or so, and then straight over in a 90-degree angle. And that 90-degree angle lowers until it gets about 4 feet in, 4 feet off the ground. As you're examining this, the smoke doesn't. It appears to go. If you're looking at the 8-pointed octagon, each point skips 1 point and connects with the next. Skips 1 point and connects with the next. Skips 1 point and connects with the next. So it's 2 squares that are interlocked that make the octagon. After some time passes, the smoke slowly closes. This double squared octagon slowly closes together before like little tendrils of it begin to snake outwards and affix themselves, almost coating Tybee in this smoke. Eventually, the octagon completely closes down upon him. It coats him one last time and then dissipates outward. As a lot of Tybee's bruises disappear. The whole thing takes about 10 minutes.
She's going to tell him it was fascinating, and it seemed to be with very little expenditure of any resources at all.
He actually is incredibly excited that you noticed. And he says, "That's just it. There was no expenditure on my part."
There's almost some ritual magic of some kind.
Says, "Yes. It's incredible. I was working on this for some time, trying to figure out how magical energy is harvested from our surroundings, because there's plenty of magical items that are able to be cast once a day, once a week, They obviously get their magical potential from something. There must be a ambient magic that's harvested by these items over time. And it wasn't until I had a fellow scholar stopped by not long ago. He was passing through. Uh, we discussed theories, and he divulged information relevant to the arcane that just made everything click. Strange fellow, though. Strange fellow. I don't know if it's because he thinks that I wouldn't take his knowledge seriously for being as young as he was, but for whatever reason, he wears a fake beard. But I'm not one to judge.
Wait, a fake beard? Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
He says, indeed. I don't know why one would wear a fake beard. It's obviously fake.
Well,
Last wheel day, actually.
what?
He said it was last wheel day.
Perhaps he believes he's obscuring his identity? Did you tell him it's obviously fake?
Oh, no. That would be rude.
Maybe nobody's had the heart to do so.
Tybee meanders off. He says, that's my observations.
Truly, it's fascinating work. I hope your paper gets accepted.
I think it
They-
surely would. I
they
just
simply
need an
need it.
audience.
To be able to demonstrate the magic that you just pull straight from the atmosphere about.
Indeed. In fact, to prove my point, I may very well have Tybee attempt it, though I don't know if he would be able to follow the instructions as well as he would need to be.
Perhaps related, perhaps not. It may be easier to simply show you. Zeta's going to dig around in her backpack and toss it up on the table, and she's going to pull out, as Leland so affectionately calls it, the magic cookbook.
I forgot to roll this, but yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, the other one.
Yeah, teleportation spell.
He takes it from you, and he starts thumbing through. He kind of looks at it curiously. This old tome you have here. He's reading it over. He gets through for the first 2 pages, and he's kind of confused at the old Taldane that it's written in. Before he starts noticing like the pattern to it, and his eyes start to light up. He's like, "Where did you find this?" He starts flipping through pages.
Well, there was this nice guy, wizard. I think they called him the Bandit Lord. He gave us all of his stuff, and he left to reform his life. And this book was one of the things that he gave to us. And as far as I can tell, it seems to be a way of further harnessing magic without expenditure.
Yeah, he's still flipping through all this,
I know his name.
and he's like almost flabbergasted at it. And he says, "Have you attempted it?"
Oh no, certainly not.
He says, he
I
kind of,
I don't mean to sound dismissive, but were I to do something wrong, I don't believe my party is well versed in the arcane.
He kind of thumbs through it. Says, you would need powdered amber. I see how this could hold you up. Um, an expensive resource to gather. He kind of flips through. And then he kind of has this, like, this moment. Like, do you ever go out for, like, ice cream with somebody? Or, like, just anywhere to eat? And then you order something? And then the guy who orders right after you gets something way better, and you're like, fuck, I should have got that.
Right.
He has that kind of moment. As he's looking through this, and he says, have you read this book in its entirety?
I'm afraid I have not had the opportunity to.
He
We
kinda-
have been traveling,
He turns it to you and kind of points, and says, it has he's lost for words right now, just in his excitement. Uh, uh, and you kind of look at what he's trying to point at, and as you read through it, it seems like there's provisions, like there's different sets of instructions depending on how many people are involved with it.
So for different instructions for different numbers of people.
Right. It seems
Right.
like this is you can do it alone essentially, but it's easier to do with help, which is a foreign concept to spellcasting. Like there's some spellcasting groups that think they're clever with their teamwork feats, metagaming, that let them that to do this, but this it's just baked right in. This just lets people jump in, none of whom have to be spellcasters.
So I feel it's a pretty safe presumption to believe that this may be related to your work.
Says I very related. This is old, incredibly old. This is much better than anything I could imagine. But what the book claims, it's teleportation magic. That is a much higher caliber than what I have done today. He says you must try it.
Here now?
Oh, not necessarily. I don't know if
I
that.
mean, would you wish to participate in the trial run?
He says, oh, I don't know. It's could it? Is it real? The consequences might be. Who knows?
Consequences are for people that have time to worry about them. And if this goes all wrong, we won't have time to worry about those consequences.
Says, well, I have responsibilities. If this did work, where would we go?
That's the part that I'm not quite certain.
He says, well, in any case, I haven't the powdered amber for this.
We do need powdered antler.
Amber.
Oh, amber. Like, wait, no, he gave us his powdered amber. because he gave us everything he had. Which means that Francis probably has the powdered amber.
Just gotta ask.
She's gonna point out that oh wait, we may yet have powdered amber.
He says, well, we could attempt it. We could try to set this up in the foyer.
I say, what's the harm in attempting?
Let's see. If I can look at this thing real quick, how it works. He says, 1 second here. Don't I have this other thing written down somewhere? Says, I don't. Well, sure. You should gather your allies. Well, we can attempt this.
Yeah, Zito will go into the other room and look for where everybody's gone to. I cannot select Zeta. I'm now selecting Killswitch's eyeball.
Killswitch's eyeball.
There we go.
You let go of my eyeball.
It's too late. I've got that eyeball.
God dang it.
She's gonna ask of everybody, hey guys, I know we had plans, but seeing as all of our plans have been changing today, how would you guys like to participate in a magic experiment?
It
Over
depends.
here, well,
Experiment of what kind?
Hell, I'm down.
Up.
Very well. If everybody is interested, let's go meet in the library.
Oh,
How
Oh, wait,
convenient.
no. We're not going to the library. Where's Kill going?
he's going to the foyer.
Let's go to the foyer.
To the foyer.
When you arrive, Gil says that perhaps he should sit out in case something were to go wrong. Someone should be able to report this. And he's the only one that can right any wrongs. Should any harm befall anybody? Beep, 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 beep. All right. So you're gonna put down your circle. Okay. I'm assuming everybody else is helping out.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I'm not a DM. I can't control Z things. How sad.
You're right. All right. Blah, blah, blah.
And we all die.
Lose 4. How many of you are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you're gonna make a series of rolls in a moment here. Because you have at least 4 people helping, you'll get a +1. Because you actually have a caster level, you get a +2.
What's the roll?
It's going to be a series of rolls.
Excellent. And we get a +2 to these rolls?
Well, you're going to be the one making the rolls because you're leading the thing.
Perfect.
And you get a +1 from having at least 4 people helping. And you get a +2 from having caster levels. So whatever your normal roll is, you're getting a +3 to it. So the first one I'm going to need is a Knowledge Arcana. Oh, you also need to designate a place you're trying to go to.
A place?
Yes.
And Gil is not participating?
No. He's going to sit out in case something goes wrong, and he has to basically stop someone from dying.
And Aubrey is not participating.
No, Ober's participating.
What?
Then get in
Yes.
here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've just been imagining.
Gotcha.
So where do we want to go? We had a plan to go to what, Danehold?
You're in
We're in
Dane.
Danehold.
We could go
Actually,
You actually what?
near Corvosa or straight to
Ustalav.
Umbral Basin.
Let's maybe not go that far. In case, like, do we have a way back is the question. Do we have enough to make a round trip?
We have our feats.
Perhaps we could visit Trixium.
Or we could
The-
just, go over to the front yard and see if it works.
In the book, it does say that there's a range limit.
Aw.
It's not
Is
written.
Trixium within it?
We could
It's
try
not-
West Crown.
It's not written in a normal unit of measurement, but you're easy
Why
enough
don't
to
we
break it down.
not leave the horses and cart behind and have
But-
to make the trip back again.
It has a range limit of about 200 miles.
200 miles west.
Weast.
And then we got teleported inside a mountain and we died.
Or into the ocean.
It's great.
I died.
So Zeta, pick a place.
So where are we going?
I think
You can
Trixium.
go- You can pick any place within 200 miles. You can pick 4 feet to the left. You can pick, West Crown's within 200 miles.
Maybe we just try to jump to the front
Yeah,
yard.
I suppose for safety's sake, let's teleport to Gil's front courtyard.
Okay. So you've picked your location. Let me
And
get that.
now we begin.
Yep. So this thing goes on for a while. It takes 45 minutes. Right? No, I'm sorry. Is that correct? I thought I had this written down somewhere. I might be wrong. Yeah, no, 45 minutes. Yeah. Yep. I need, in total, I need 2 knowledge arcanas and 2 knowledge geographies, all from Zeta. With the +3s due to the circumstances.
You said 2 knowledge arcanas?
Yep, 2 knowledge arcanas, 2 knowledge geographies. Oh no. So you guys are in this. Most of you are kind of spread out amongst the circle, keeping up the chant that you had heard before. I'm sure Killswitch is the most into it, because it's literally a song he knows.
It's pretty legit.
Um,
This my jam right here.
there's a lot of repetitive hand signs throughout the whole thing. Uh, there is, make sure. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. Yep, casters. Okay. Experience, blah, 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 and the failure consequences. Okay. So you guys can feel the magic build up in this area. The amber on the ground pulsing, that light you saw before. At the end of it, though, you're not sure if it's because some people didn't do the right hand signs, if Sita messed up the words. The it doesn't go well. Everybody's exhausted, and Zeta
Explodes.
takes 4 intelligence, 4 wisdom, and 3 charisma damage.
Oof.
Oof.
Dar.
There is a visible arc of magical energy that comes from the circle. It kind of leads to Zeta like a Tesla coil arcing electricity. And then everything fades away. Amber is still there.
I don't think it worked, guys.
And everyone's exhausted, not just Zeta.
Yeah, I know.
Yeesh. Well, imagine what it could have been like if we tried to go somewhere really far. That
Next time.
backfire's got to be huge.
We all become trees.
Don't
So,
tempt me.
so Zeta's just gonna kind of collapse as she's at 4 strength right now.
She looks up. 4 what?
4 strength.
Oh, you never got your
Exhaust
strength.
is
yet.
minus
Oh,
6 strength.
All right, I'll
Gotcha.
try and catch Zeta.
Sable collapses as well.
goodness.
Not close enough to Sable.
Say
Zeta,
that.
you have more strength than me currently, Zeta.
Wait, I thought only Zeta took that damage.
Yeah.
Only Zeta took mental damage. Everyone was exhausted
Yeah,
Exhaust drops your strength.
by 6.
by 6. I'm at
Oh,
2.
Strength and Dex minus 6. For 1 hour of complete rest, it drops down to fatigue, which is just minus 2.
Maybe we're not quite at the level that we can do that yet, guys.
Zeta, you feel like you almost had it.
I feel like I was off by 1, guys. Just 1 was all that we needed. And then it would have been the ultimate journey.
To the
Don't worry,
front
Zeta.
yard.
You'll get him next time.
Mission failed. We'll go next time.
She's gonna kind of look a
Next
bit
time.
look up at Francis. She's gonna reach out and she's gonna touch weakly touch Francis's cheek, and she's just gonna say, Francis, come close.
What is it, Zeta? What is it?
Francis,
Zeta, what is it?
why do you play your lute with the wrong hands?
What do you mean, Zeta? What do you mean? Whose hand should I use?
You should You're using the wrong hands. It's all wrong. Everything's wrong. It's. You have to. The right hands. And she's gonna pass out. Dramatically.
So no left hands next time.
And all of her vital signs are going to stop.
Yeah.
Oh.
At this point, KFC is gonna fall down to his knees with her. No.
Don is walking out the building.
Wait, Zeta's dead?
She appears to be.
As far as you can tell.
Dead tired.
Don is just. Thank you very much, Mr. Gill, for this fantastic experiment. It's been lovely seeing you and Tybee again. Please give him my best. I have a Hell Knight to go find.
Francis is crying over Zeta right now.
Francis, stop with the dramatic act. You know she's fine.
He looks up all teary-eyed. Help her! Get someone! Do something!
Don's gonna walk back up and discern lies right on Zeta.
Isn't this exactly why Gil's standing right there?
Well, she's not lying. Unless you count
He's
lying
lying down on the job.
Francis is gonna lay her down and try to perform CPR on her.
But now, yeah,
Breathe, Zeta!
Break the rib cage.
Gil can come over and do a
Except
heal
he's
check.
exhausted, so he really can barely even push.
Yeah,
Heal check!
yeah, Gil will come over. There we go.
That was a
Sound
heal
down.
check.
I just saw the dolphin picture.
If I'm not mistaken, Zeta just appears dead, right?
Do what?
Zeta just appears dead.
Yeah, I appear completely dead. I'm in a state of suspended animation.
Francis is still crying over her, just yelling, I'll never play with the left hand again, Zeta! Come back!
So, with a 16 heal check, could I tell whether this is real death or not?
No.
No.
No, I appear completely dead. I am in a state of suspended animation.
And she's not breathing.
I
Don
won't be
raises
breathing.
his hand to Mr. Gill and he says, Mr. Gill, of all of us in here right now, you're probably the smartest one among us.
Spellcraft or
That's a
anything?
low bar to hit. But, you know, still. Would you
my
mind checking on her
intelligence is
for
so
me?
high.
I mean, it doesn't matter what he rolls. She looks dead. That's just her class thing.
It's purely mundane. There's nothing magical here.
Yeah,
I literally know how to slow my breath and stop my heart.
Yeah, we've seen you do this
You are
before,
part
haven't we?
possum.
No, you haven't seen me do this before.
Not
I've
in, like,
never
last
done
fight?
this before. No, I've never
Uh,
done this before.
Was that for real then?
You guys do this real quick. I gotta take the dog out.
Yeah,
Don
no,
just groans.
like an actual possum stops their own heart and stops moving for X period of time when they feel threatened.
Yeah, after about 5 minutes, I'll wake up.
Francis is wailing over you, and then you just wake up and you're like, oh, I'm back.
Sable will have to be informed of this. Because I'm at 2 strength. I am just passed out.
Yeah, you
Not
wake
yet.
up to a sobbing and wailing Francis over you, crying about how he'll never use his left hand again.
She's gonna say, good, sweet Francis, good, gentle, kind Francis.
Stupid,
looks-
sweet Francis.
He looks up to the skies and says, Is Asmodeus taking your soul? You're kind of looking around for Zeta's ghost.
No, Francis, but I can make a ghost.
Zeta, no! No, you need to carry on to the plane. Go. Meet with your god now.
It's okay, Francis. I've met with my god.
And?
Do you not
What's it does?
do you not meet with your god?
Well, he looks around. I don't know. I don't know if I feel Asmodeus' presence.
Oh my god. By courage, just take me now.
But I'm okay now, Francis. Thank you. Thank you, and you're right. Never play with your left hand again.
He starts swiping his tears with his right hand on
I
both sides of the cheeks.
I don't know why. I just know that it's all wrong. I've seen it. In a dream. But you play
Yes.
the lute with the wrong hands.
Please, Zeta. I will be better for you. And he kind of leans back on his knees.
And she's gonna kind of wave her hand out in front of her, kind of gesturing. She's gonna say, I saw it, Francis. I saw it.
Francis jumps back as best as he can.
Francis, I saw it. You performing at a magnificent concert.
Zeta's a zombie!
A grand magical concert.
This is all wrong. This is all wrong.
No, Francis. The lute. It could be right. Wait. But your hands aren't backwards. No, this isn't right at all.
It's don't tell me you've got a hunger for flesh now. You want to eat my hands?
Oh no, I don't think I could eat anything ever again.
Oh god.
When you crave hands.
He
Oh,
looks over to
God.
go, what kind of necromantic spell is this?
Francis, she's alive.
I know. She's back from death and undeath.
Francis, she wasn't dead.
You mean now she'll never be dead?
No, that's not what that means, Francis.
Don is on the edge of doing something chaotic.
Gil's very confused.
The most dramatic thing that he's seen in months.
He kind of grabs Killswitch's hands and is like, backwards hands?
Yeah, they're not on right.
Oh,
Well, these ones are on right, but they're not supposed to be this way. They're supposed to be backwards, so that he can play the lute the right way. You understand, right?
He kind of looks to his lute. Lutes are played with these hands.
Exactly. He plays it with these hands, but not these hands, because these hands are on the right way. This is giving me a headache. No, wait, I think the spell gave me the headache. No.
Gil.
Yes. There's a strong headache happening right now.
I think we should probably go to the inn and call it a night.
Gil
You clearly need your rest, Zeta.
Gil has had such a long, insightful conversation with Zeta before this point. So he puts stock into what she says. He actually he takes Killswitch's lyre and he gives it to Killswitch. He tells Killswitch to hold it.
Killswitch holds it like a normal lyre.
He points to the lyre, motions to Zeta like this.
What's he doing with it?
He just gave it to
Francis?
Yeah,
and it
left
looks
hand on the strings on the frets, right hand to strum.
yeah, it looks correct. It's just the liar is not the right liar, and his hands aren't backwards.
Oh, I see now.
No. Yeah, it's not right.
It's not
What
even.
you're
the-
saying, what
it's
you're
not the same
saying is that the liar was made for some backwards hands.
This isn't the liar from the dream.
It's not the liar from the dream.
It's the other one.
Francis,
Zeta, stop me.
produce your other liar. You liar.
He looks to Gil, just terrified and confused.
Killswitch, you do have a second liar.
He pulls that one out.
It's your left-handed liar. The one you found in that chest
Yeah,
underneath
that's right.
the thing. It's got a name on it.
Shiitake.
Vestalina.
Let's see.
But Zeta, that's the liar. That's the liar you saw in your dream.
Fabonius Pestilina.
That's the one. That's the right liar. But it's the wrong hands.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Killswitch finally remembers who shares that last name.
He holds the lyre left-handed.
It's not right.
He holds it right-handed.
That looks right to
That's-
Zeta.
That's
Except
it.
his hands aren't backwards, so it doesn't work.
His hands are wrong. It's the right way, but it's the wrong hands. Well, it's the right hands, but they need to be backwards.
He presses the back of his hands to the face of it.
No, that doesn't work, no. If you could curl your fingers around, maybe.
So like the strings are. He flips the strings towards him.
No.
If only we had a way to turn your hands around. Francis, are you double jointed?
No.
We have the healing magic, right? We can. Don, can you?
Whoa,
Can-
no. I need these.
Fran, we can take care of it. We can take care of it. It's fine.
Zeta.
It's fine. Don, can you turn
No.
Francis's hands around so that he can play the lyre?
Is this a formal request?
Yes.
I have a formal request that you don't turn my hands around.
Don looks at the little devil on his shoulder and grins. I'm gonna tear your servant's arms apart.
How am I supposed to hold the banner if my hands are backwards?
If it doesn't work, we'll heal you. I mean, we'll heal you either way. Of course.
Wait.
Here, just for. Listen,
Zeta,
I know I took head trauma, but I am positive that this is a good idea
Zeta,
right
Zeta,
now.
listen. Look. Believe me when I say that I would be more than happy to snap the joints in Killswitch's hands so that he can no longer play the lyre ever again. But,
No. He needs
He's-
to play the lyre.
but, maybe we should sleep on this and see if it's still a good idea in the morning. You just had a very rough experience. Everyone in here is drained. We're all tired. And I'm not entirely sure if I could snap his wrists if I tried right now.
Well, I don't need you to snap the wrist. Just turn him around.
What if he just plays behind his back?
Ooh, that could work.
Oh my god!
guys, as hilarious as this is.
There's something hilarious about this.
Oh wait, no,
This is
no,
hilarious.
nope. I can't say anything. I'm unconscious.
You're unconscious? What happened?
I'm at 2 strength.
Oh, God.
This whole time, Sable's just been on the floor.
Yeah,
She's just been
Sable's
crumpled on
just
the floor.
laying on the floor drooling.
I guess I'll just pick up Sable and go to the inn.
So, Frit's gonna take the lyre and place it behind him. Kind of reach around, kind of feel his way and find the strings, like this. Try to play a few notes.
Zeta, you can keep trying to explain to him that his hands have to be backwards if you want.
That's what I'm trying to do with what brain damage I have.
And don't forget the Dane Bramage.
Yes, I did not
Zeta-
forget the Dane Bramage.
Don has pretty much like understood the gist of what she's saying, and he goes, Zeta, what you're saying is, the lyre needs to be played by someone with backwards hands.
No, it needs to be played by Killswitch with backwards hands.
Okay, so
Things
you
of this na-
you want Killswitch to magically become a Rakshasa or something?
things of this nature aren't generally so literal.
Rakshasa.
Perhaps play the
The whole hands or just the
backwards?
fingers backwards?
No, backwards
They
hands.
do. They do have backwards
Rakshasa.
hands.
We need a Rakshasa.
Yeah, that's nice, but maybe we should sleep first.
We need
Poor Sable.
Francis to be a half Rakshasa.
I'm gonna knock her out.
Or he can magic jar into a Rakshasa.
I'm gonna knock her out.
Dude, you really should.
I should.
You really should.
Just apply a mild
My
sedative.
my wisdom is in it's in Leland levels,
Oh no.
so I'm just gonna kind of keep going because I'm convinced that this is of the utmost importance right now, and this is all based on a dream. So, out of character, you guys should know that this entire situation is based entirely on a dream.
Okay, yeah. Can we just say that Don knocks her out so I don't have to go through the rolls?
Sure.
I'll be a
Just
little
kind of-
Start viciously attacking.
No. Make the rolls. See if it takes 2 or 3 good hits.
Oh, it only takes one. He can smite her.
That automatically makes it lethal, though.
No.
No, I don't think so.
Also,
Okay, then.
I'm a native outsider, so it's double damage.
Maybe you should simply throw her into a room and let her be.
Don's gonna just. No, she needs to shut the fuck up. Like, we're gonna be here all fucking day.
Not if you pick her up.
Not if I do this.
And let's be real, you can just roll damage.
Oh, I can just roll damage?
Yeah. Zeta's probably prone. There's no hope. The amount of bonuses.
Don't forget the -6 from
I didn't.
exhaustion.
I'm smiting.
That's what
Overy
the
looks
smite-
pretty shocked.
Don just clocks her in the back of the head.
Donovan,
Probably not enough.
that's your friend.
Please just say it's enough.
No,
Uh,
gotta do it again.
Gotta do it again. don't you have knockout blow?
Doot doot.
No.
It's not a brawler.
Just give me a double tap.
Just double
I was
tap.
gonna hit Zeta, and Zeta's just be like, Don, why?
Boom, boom.
My God, Don, what's
Oh.
become of you?
Oh, that's still not enough.
Oh my god!
Don, no, Don,
I'm
stop!
still hasted.
The triple tap.
Stop!
I'm still
Stop!
hasted.
Stop!
It's been at least an hour. You don't have haze.
Okay. Zeta's unconscious.
There we go.
Don picks her up and throws her over
Over.
his shoulder.
Whenever he shakes his
Alright.
head. Donovan, this is the second one of us you've beaten to unconsciousness. Can we hold back on the anchor?
Aubrey, you and I both know damn well that that was for the benefit of everyone in the room right now.
I very well do not know that. That was pretty brutal and unnecessary.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna thank me in the morning for this.
Bunch of consecutive hits.
Is she gonna be alive? What if she already died once? And now you killed her zombie?
Relax, kill switch. I'm really good at knocking people unconscious.
You didn't do a very good job at it.
I don't know. Seems unconscious to me.
It took quite a few bloody hits.
Bloody hits. Bat, bat. It's like fucking Dustin's character playing the back.
That was not a friend.
Or snapping a goblin's neck.
Looks also completely different.
Look, at the end of the day, I can still wear my armor, so evidently this shit was justified.
That's a bad way to make your
He did
decisions in life.
he did smite chaos pretty effectively.
It's true.
It's true.
The gentleman's probably very happy about this.
Right.
I was chaotic good.
Gentleman's probably sitting there like, yes, he's on the path.
Yes.
So you kind of forgot that you could have done a non-lethal coup de grace.
No, she's not helpless.
Mr. Gill, I just
laying there rambling while everything moving around is pretty damn close to helpless.
Mr. Gill, I just want to thank you for the time that you've given us today. It was wonderful to see you again. Thank you for giving us a chance to experiment with this. I'm sorry that it ended so badly. I hope you got something out of it, but I need to take this
he
idiot.
absolutely did.
Oh yeah, this is his
This,
field.
this was an extremely enlightening day for both Zeta and Gil.
I need to take this idiot to bed before she causes any more damage, and frankly, I think all of us could use a good night's rest. So, I think we'll come by tomorrow, say one final farewell, and I guess we might see you again. We probably won't. We'll probably all die in the Humble Basin.
He does take some time, grabs some brooms, and sweeps up all the amber dust. Puts it in a little pouch for you. He kind of apologizes that he can't be too helpful with all the backlash of whatever that was. But says, you're welcome to stop by in the morning. He just tells you he probably won't be here. He'll be out and about, as he usually is. And you guys go find the inn.
Well, I don't.
Alright, yeah, we go
Save
find
one.
the inn.
Okay. It's like 3
Wow.
silver pieces a person.
Bring this up now since we're at an inn. See, since
Cutting out.
it is almost 11 and we arrived at a inn.
Yeah, it's probably a good time.
And everyone has all kinds of damage.
So much damage. So much drain damage.
I assume we're gonna take enough time to at least recover from exhaustion before we
Yeah,
leave.
we're going to sleep.
Yeah, it's 1 hour for exhaustion, and then 8 or so. We'll take a slow start in the morning.
Or we could just oversleep.
Yeah, that works.
Basically, yeah.
Is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it there then. Go kill off old Stremo here.